played for Winnipeg and Vancouver, and he dropped Matt Rempe in a fight a couple of years ago back in the minors. Our out-of-town scoreboard for Pizza 73, the official pizza of the Edmonton Oilers. It is Pizza 73. We will tell you the Edmonton Oil Kings are on their way to Prince Albert, up 3-1 in their series after winning back-to-back 3-2 games at Rogers Place on Tuesday and Wednesday. Bakersfield's at Tucson on Saturday and Sunday. NHL. If you like Canadian teams in the playoffs, got good news for you out east. The Ottawa Senators, a huge 2-1 victory over the Tampa Bay Lightning. Meanwhile, the Montreal Canadiens beat Boston 4-1, and Colorado pounded Columbus by a score of 7-3. In that game, getting to the 30-goal plateau, Cale McKinnon had 3 points. Anaheim and Calgary are tied 1-1. That's after one in Calgary. Winnipeg is at Vegas. LA Kings up 1-0 over Utah in the second. St. Louis on a 10-game heater. They lead Pittsburgh 4-3. Dallas just drilling Nashville 5-1. Man, Nashville's had a rough season. Coming up, the Oilers and the San Jose Sharks are 7 minutes to face off.
The all-new Play Alberta Sportsbook app, where new players get $200 in free bets and all players get so much more. Take advantage of daily specials, personalize your betting with same-game parlays, and get more bang for your buck with odd boosts on every single Oilers game. And with their GameSense tools, you can set your own spending limits, so you'll know when to take a shot and when to take a timeout. Download the Play Alberta Sportsbook app today. Must be 18 plus. Please play responsibly.
Hey folks, Paul Brandt here. Around these parts, we work hard, play hard, and we demand the best. Sometimes you need a truck that's a cut above. The Ford Super Duty. Tough enough for any job with the style and luxury you deserve. It's as powerful as it is refined, with cutting-edge features that make every drive a pleasure. In short, this ain't your everyday pickup. The Ford Super Duty. Drive the finest truck Alberta has to offer today at your Alberta Ford dealer. And tell them PV sent you.
This is Rogers Game Night on the Oilers Radio Network.
Welcome back, Rogers Game Night. This has all the makings of a classic trap game, if you believe in those sort of things. The Oilers with hard-fought emotional wins over Calgary and in Vegas on Tuesday. They're at L.A. Saturday, trying to chase down L.A. and Vegas in the standings. Here's Rob Brown. Rob, do you believe in that BS, or what do you think?
I don't believe in trap games. No, I don't. I think it's a trap.
You wouldn't do well gambling in the NFL, I can tell you that.
I don't gamble, Bob. I'm smarter than that. I know that I always would lose if I gambled, but no, I don't think it's a trap game. I think the Oilers understand this is a game they should win if they play what they're capable of playing like. But we know in the National Hockey League, on any given night, a goalie can stand on his head. And we saw that in Edmonton against the Sharks earlier this year. Kid stood on his head and almost stole the points. We know that the San Jose Sharks have a couple guys that, given time and space, can score. Celebrini, Toffoli, both guys can put the puck in the back of the net. So San Jose is capable of winning a hockey game if the Oilers don't bring their A game. I expect the Oilers to play well. I would expect the San Jose Sharks to push them. But at the end of the day, it's a young kid playing net or a young goalie with net for the San Jose Sharks. It's an Oiler team that is desperate for points to stay with the LA Kings. I think this is a game you'll see the Oilers' best effort, and that should be enough against the San Jose team that's had a really rough year.
All right, let's go to the Ford Keys to the Game, brought to you by Ford. Built Ford proud.
Well, I think the biggest thing is bring desperation and an urgency to a game that you don't typically would need it in. But I think today, if you push the Sharks, this is a team that if they fall behind early in a hockey game, the Sharks will lose their will of playing. The longer this game stays close, the more interested the Sharks will be in this hockey game. So for me, the first period, very important for the Edmonton Oilers.
Rob, great stuff. Rob Brown, Bryn Griffiths coming up during the end of the roll, first and second intermissions. Rob will join me post-game as well. Cam is ready to get rolling. Cam Moon will have the call up next. It's the Edmonton Oilers and the San Jose Sharks from the Shark Tank at SAP Center, San Jose, California, on Ford Dealers NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
At Sobeys and Safeway Liquor, they recommend pairing locally distilled spirits and their ice-cold beer selection with... And Oilers win! Sobeys and Safeway Liquor, proud partners and fans of the Edmonton Oilers. Please enjoy responsibly.
From the biggest stadiums
to the coziest holes in the wall. From house parties to porch hangs to pride celebrations. From your favorite fuzz shop to your local Indian spot. From noodle bars to sports bars to salsa bars. There's a Molson with your name on it. Canadian Ultra XL. Molson. Everyone in. Must be legal drinking age.
MIC is a leader in medical imaging and the official medical imaging provider to the Edmonton Oilers. Make MIC your choice. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, the game doesn't stop for injury. MIC's sports medicine imaging specialists can help you get back in the game with a timely and expert diagnosis. Go where the pros go. For a location near you, visit mic.ca.
End of the Row Flooring Centers is not only Canadian owned and operated, but we've been your go-to flooring center since 1986. The reason is simple. We make your flooring project easier. Rather than a tiny sample, upload a photo of your room at endoftheroll.com and instantly see what your dream flooring looks like in your house. Thousands of styles just clicks away. End of the Roll Flooring Centers. We've been flooring Canadians for 4 decades. Visit endoftheroll.com.
12870 St. Albert Trail and now open at 580 Parsons Road Southwest.
At Sobeys and Safeway Liquor, they recommend pairing locally distilled spirits and their ice-cold beer selection with... And Oilers win! Sobeys and Safeway Liquor, proud partners and fans of the Edmonton Oilers. Please enjoy responsibly.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
This is Oil Country. Now, with the call of tonight's exclusive NHL broadcast, Bob Stauffer and Cam Moon on the Oilers Radio Network.
Game 2 of the 4-game road trip for the Oilers. They're in San Jose. They're going to face the Sharks. Good evening. Cam Moon along with Bob Stauffer, Bryn Griffiths, Rob Brown, Jack Michaels, Brendan Escott. We are the Oilers Radio Network, and our starting lineup. It's brought to you by Coventry Homes. Flexibility within reach. Get back in the game with customizable designs by Coventry Homes, the official builder of the Edmonton Oilers. For the Oilers up front, Leon Draisaitl with Vasily Podkolzin and Victor Arvidsson. On defense, Jake Wallman and Evan Bouchard. In goal, it's Calvin Pickard. For the Sharks, Alex Wenberg with William Eklund and Colin Graff. On defense, Mario Ferraro and Timothy Liljegren. In goal, Georgi Romanov. The referees, Graham Skilleter and Furman South, Ryan Jackson and Ryan Gibbons. They're on the lines who dropped the puck. We're underway here at the SAP Center in San Jose, and it's dumped into Sharks territory. In the right wing corner, Draisaitl. Get it back to the blue line. Bouchard to Wall. of Arvidsson all the way down. That's icing against Edmonton. 39 seconds gone here in a scoreless first period.
Wow, that pass hits
on off, and the puck goes to the right wing side. Thompson to Smith, now to Toffoli, back into his own end to Thompson. Fired across. Carlson inside his own end for the Sharks. Now to Thompson as he gets to center ice. Shoots it in. It's in behind the Edmonton net. Brent Kulak up the right wing. Kapanen to Nurse to Kulak into the middle. Finds Kapanen over the Shark line. Can drop the puck to Hyman. A shot. And then Romanov the save. He held on to it. Minute 36 gone here. Scoreless first.
Well, these teams met earlier this season, and it was a brilliant goaltending performance from Yaroslav Askarov, who they picked up in a big off-season deal. And, I mean, given how it's gone for Nashville this year, you wonder maybe if they traded the wrong goaltending. But Askarov has been a little injury-riddled this year. Made 40 saves in that game. The Oilers found a way to win it in overtime by a score of 3-2. He was tremendous that night. I mean, he is their goaltender of the future. Georgi Romanov has got some tough numbers at the NHL level, but actually had a bit of a appearance against Edmonton last season. Did a pretty good job.
That's right. Some mop-up duty. Face-off to the right of Romanov. He's 0-2 in 3 appearances at the NHL level. The rest of his time with the Barracuda. And the puck on the right wing lifted up and out. Skating after it. Delandria comes down the left wing into the Edmonton zone to the middle of the ice. He's looking for Grundstrom. That's broken up by Brown. Give it to Janmark. Across to Skinner. In over the San Jose line. From the angle. The save made by Romanov. Hit him in the right shoulder. Janmark in behind the net. Up the right wing to the top of the circle. Now to the blue line. Across the line. The left wing point to Wallman. On the left wing boards to Brown to Wallman. His shot and his stick save made by Romanov. And the puck in the left wing corner of the San Jose zone. As it comes free, Grundstrom in behind his goal with it for the Sharks. Up the left wing to Lund, off the boards. Edmonton almost with too many men on the ice. Bouchard to Wallman. He'll come in through the middle on the right, just off the stick of Perry. They'll fire it back to the left wing point. Nobody there for Edmonton. It'll go down the ice. Bouchard will get to it on the end boards. Up the left wing to Max Jones. It's hit on the play by Ostapchuk. It's up against the boards. Ostapchuk, the St. Albert product. He's after it, but Bouchard, right wing corner. Got it up to the blue line. Goodrow had kept it in. It goes to Perry. Give it to Jones at center ice. Bounces it just into the San Jose zone, but after it is Henrique. Put the pressure on Carlson. Puck to the blue line over the head of Stetcher and out. 3 minutes, 20 seconds gone here in scoreless first. Edmonton in San Jose as Nurse gets to center ice. He'll wire it in off the glass. Eklund off the end boards. In behind his net to Liljegren. The left wing to Eklund, then gave it away to Podkolzin. Podkolzin into the right wing corner for Draisaitl. He'll take a hit from Liljegren. The puck comes free. And Eklund will bring it up the right wing, get it to center ice. Nurse went to shoot it in. It hit Draisaitl's stick. Liljegren can scoop it in on the backhand. It goes behind the Edmonton net. Nurse on the left wing for Podkolzin. Hit by Eklund, but holds on to the puck. Now to Stetcher. The right side to Arvidsson to Podkolzin. He's got a break to the net. Pass across. Draisaitl shot. Stopped by Romanov coming across. It looked like Draisaitl was going to have one there. Would have been his 400th of his NHL career. The right wing, Eklund, off the right wing boards.
Excellent look there from Vasily Podkolzin.
Kapanen got it to the blue line. Thrun had to come out, go back in. That's offside against San Jose. Yeah, good pass across, good shot. I mean, Romanov came across. That's a nice save.
You can make an argument he should probably shoot the puck, but I give him the presence of the mind for dropping the pass across and excellent exploding out. Romanov made the blocker save there. Solid stop by him.
Face-off just outside the Edmonton blue line as Ryan Nugent-Hopkins take the draw. Against Celebrini. Puck goes into the Edmonton zone. Kulak up the left wing. To Hyman, just in over the line. He got dumped down, and Will Smith to Macklin Celebrini to the Edmonton blue line to Toffoli, and he'll throw it in the right wing corner. It's Emberson, former Shark, on the left wing with the backhand will get it out. A bouncing puck over the stick of Vlasic. It'll be icing against the Oilers.
I'm sorry, but how's that icing? I mean, the puck bounces right over the defender's stick. Got a chance to make that play and field the puck there. They're going to get an ozone draw out of this.
Face off to the left of Pickard. Oilers facing San Jose, including this one, 3 times before the end of the regular season.
3 times in the final 8 games. Edmonton's won 11 of their last 12 against the Sharks.
A divisional opponent. It's the first time the Oilers have been in their rink. And we're in April. Smith pass across. The shot. The save made by Pickard off it to Foley from the left side. Tapping it up the boards, unable to get it out in front to Smith, and he directs it just wide of the Edmonton net. Hyman able to get that off the boards and out.
This defense pairing's got to play better for Edmonton. 27 and 49.
Celebrini will shoot it in on net. Pickard sweeps it. Smith gets it in front. Celebrini tried to pass, and it goes off the skate of Nugent Hopkins. Up the left wing boards, he'll get it out. It's going to be icing.
Sorry, but Emberson, since coming out of the lineup, he was a healthy scratch for 4 straight games. He has not been the same player. And, give Troy Stetcher credit because it looked like Emerson, once they made the Wallman trade, was clearly in position to grab the number 6 spot, but Stetcher punches above his weight class, and unfortunately for Kulak and Emerson, they've had some tougher moments. It was interesting today, the Athletic had a piece. They said that Kulak is one of the 10 most underrated defensemen in the league.
Back to the point. Thompson shot saved by Pickard. It got through traffic. Landry on the end boards.
This has all happened because Edmonton got a bogus icing call against them. And they're going to get another one.
The left wing boards, it will be hard enough for icing. So that line has to stay out there.
I don't like the call. That's what happens sometimes. They've got some skill and speed on this team. It's almost like the Oilers and the Sharks are reversed from circa 2013-14 or 14-15. When Edmonton used to have one of the youngest teams in the league, and San Jose had one of the oldest. Now the Oilers have one of the oldest. San Jose's got one of the youngest.
Goes to the side of the Edmonton net. Delandria, right corner, will get it back to the point. Not kept in by Carlson.
Okay, it's a stationary breakout here.
And off the left wing boards, Emberson got it out. That might be icing again. Nope, waved off. Carlson rimming it on the left. Lund got it out. That's center ice. Brown into his own zone of Wallman. Now to Jeff Skinner. Across to Brown. He'll split the D. Brown in. Scores!
There you go.
Connor Brown. He goes glove side on Romanov, and it's 1-0 Edmonton.
Well, a very passive neutral zone from the San Jose Sharks, and the Oilers executed a perfect transition up the ice. And Jeff Skinner with a wonderful pass to Connor Brown. And, Connor Brown was a big-time scorer for Chris Knobloch and the Erie Otters. Connor Brown's had 2 20-goal seasons, had the significant ACL injury in Washington. That was a great-looking goal.
9th of the year for Connor Brown. 6:22, time of the goal. And the Edmonton Oilers up 1-0 on the San Jose Sharks. Dumped in by Henrique. Romanov comes out of his net to Thrun. Rims on the right to Goodrow. Won't get it out. It's top of the circle. Going towards the net was Wallman. Couldn't get a backhand through. Henrique on the left wing. Jones in the corner. Jones up the left wing boards. Near the top of the circle. Thrun got it free to Goodrow. Wallman to the Edmonton end for Bouchard. And now to Corey Perry. Back over to Evan Bouchard. 6th defenseman scoring coming into tonight's action.
Wallman with the second assist on that, though. Both Wallman and Bouchard.
Pass through the middle for Draisaitl, just off his stick. And now to Arvidsson, left corner. The shot and a pad saved by Romanov. Didn't know where the rebound was. Puck near the blue line. Nurse to keep it in. And now Wenberg to bring it into the Edmonton zone. Caught by Podkolzin. Up the right side to Arvidsson. Into the Shark zone for Draisaitl to the right wing corner. Draisaitl up the right wing boards to the blue line to Stetcher. Can't find a shooting lane to Nurse on the left wing point. Down the left wing side to Arvidsson. Across the line for Draisaitl. Into the right wing corner, Ferraro to the end boards. He's able to leave it behind the net. Liljegren will get it up the right side to Graf. Cross ice pass to Wenberg. Into the Edmonton zone to Ferraro. Trying to bank it in front of the Edmonton net. Off the left wing, Graf cycling it. Eklund to the line. Ferraro to Thompson. Shot wide of the Edmonton net. And Ferraro put it towards goal off the stick of Pickard. Puck comes out. Thompson scores. Pass came out to Jack Thompson, who came in from the point, goes off the post and in, and he's tied the game at 1.
Well, the Oilers had sustained ozone time and never got the puck on the net. Sort of played it in the high offensive zone, didn't get down low. And then the Sharks came back and they activated Thompson from the backside and he rifled one up and over Calvin Pickard. And we got a tie game, and that's Thompson's 4th goal of the season.
8-10 time of the goal. So the Sharks respond. Less than 2 minutes after the Oilers went up 1-0.
And here's where I mentioned you. San Jose gave Toronto 2 real tough games. They won them both against the Leafs earlier this year, just in the last 3 weeks.
Yeah. Flipped out to center ice. Henderson up the right wing, goes off a Kapanen. It's right at the Sharks' blue line. Thompson up the left side. It's too far for Celebrini. Goes into the left wing corner of the Edmonton zone. Kulak up the boards and out. Will not be hard enough for icing. As it said, center ice, Nugent Hopkins will get the puck in. They'll say that's offside against the Oilers.
Tough call.
It was. We've played 8 minutes and 48 seconds of this first period. 1-0 or 1-1. Oilers and the Sharks tied at 1 here in the first. We're going to take a break. We'll be right back from the SAP Center in San Jose. It's Ford Dealers NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
Legacy Heating and Cooling is the #1 heating and cooling company for people who want heating and cooling, because you'll save a bundle by bundling. Then you can use hot, cold, Come on, thermostat, do what you're told. Turn up the heat, turn up the cold, to the vents start pushing out tornadoes. Bundle my furnace with some AC. Gonna get a deal from Legacy. Oh yeah, save a bundle when you bundle your new furnace and AC from Legacy today. Plus no payments and no interest for 1 year. That's how you build your legacy. Legacy Heating and Cooling.
Freedom Ford is kicking off the new year with incredible savings. Save up to $16,000 on remaining 2024 models with 0% financing and huge discounts. It's the perfect time to upgrade to a brand new vehicle. Freedom Ford is making room for 2025 models, so these deals won't last long. Visit Freedom Ford today and start the new year in style. Don't miss out. Drive into 2025 with unbeatable savings before it's too late.
Hockey season is back. And so are the deals at Boston Pizza. Cheer on your team while ordering off their game day menu, or come in and see what great promotions they have going on. At Boston Pizza, they always have something craveable for you to enjoy. Boston Pizza, proud partner of the Edmonton Oilers. Cheers to a great hockey season.
Listen on air, online, and on the Radio Player Canada app.
This is the Oilers Radio Network.
Tied at 1 here in the first, the Oilers and the Sharks. Tonight's Oilers caring for OilCountry 50-50, presented by Rogers. It's in support of the ALS Super Fund. Funds raised will help improve the speed and accuracy of diagnosis, advance development of new treatments, and bring us closer to a cure. Get your tickets now at edmontonoilers.com/5050 to support. Tied at 1 here in the first. Delandry will bring it out through the middle for San Jose. Into the Edmonton zone to Liljegren. The shot and the save made by Pickard. He'll hold on to it. We've played 9 minutes, 3 seconds of the first period. Brown scoring for Edmonton. Thompson has the goal for the Sharks.
Adam Enrique is one of the guys that's really seen increased minutes here with the injury to Connor McDavid, especially when McDavid and Draisaitl were out. Basically played second line for Edmonton, but Henrique's very good in the face-off circle. He's over 54%.
Wallman. Perry in the right corner in the Edmonton zone to Bouchard to Jake Wallman. Up the left wing that goes past Thrun and all the way down. Romanov will have to play it. The Thrun in the corner and Henrique on him. Now to Vlasic. Rims to Goodrow. Steers it out. Jake Wallman. Off the left wing boards to center ice. Off the stick of Max Jones. Noah Gregor, the Beaumont product, into his own end to Vlasic through the middle. And just off of Ostapchuk. Perry can get it to center ice for the Oilers. Fire it across to Henrique. Into the Shark zone down the right wing. Up the right wing boards to the point. Does Stetcher is shot, and that hit Gregor, and it comes out. Nurse with it at center ice. It's about halfway through this first period. Tied at 1. The Oilers and the Sharks. Nurse on the right wing to center ice for Vasily Podkolzin. Comes into San Jose territory. Pushes it around to the left side. And up the right wing, top of the circle. Eklund will now come out through center. At the Edmonton blue line to Wenberg. Tried to get it down low. Broken up by Nurse. Gets it out. Off of Arvidsson. Fired right back into the Edmonton zone. Podkolzin on the right to Draisaitl to Arvidsson into the Sharks' end across to Draisaitl in front and off the stick of Podkolzin. Romanov may have got a piece of it and it stays out. Podkolzin on the left wing against the left wing boards with Liljegren on him. It goes in behind the net. Ferraro out through the middle to Graf as it'll get to center ice. His pass hit the skate of Nurse and Draisaitl skates into the San Jose zone to the left wing corner in behind the net. Up the boards near the point where Eklund can get it to center ice. Unable to get it deep, but went off of Ty Emberson. Puck shot in by Kapanen. Go after it in the left corner. Vlasic to Thrun. Off the right wing boards and out. Center ice, Kulak. Had to go off the stick of Hyman and Kapanen into the zone. Got it to the middle of the ice, but unable to connect with Zach Hyman. To Foley up the right wing to center ice for Celebrini. Third and rookie scoring coming into tonight's action. Celebrini will dump it in to Foley to Celebrini on the left side out to Foley. Shot and it may have gone off of Pickard. He was being pressured. He was interfered with by Smith. Pass to the middle over the stick at Foley, and it comes out of the zone. 8:15 to go in the first. Tied at 1, the Oilers and the Sharks. Celebrini lost it just inside the Edmonton blue line. It comes out. Carlson blasted in. On the left wing boards, cleared by Wallman. Connor Brown to dig it out of some skates. But Lund into the Oilers zone for San Jose. Down the left wing for Grundstrom. His shot off the stick of Kulak. That goes out of play. With 7:48 to go here in the first. Tied at 1, the Oilers and the Sharks will be right back from the SAP Center here in San Jose. It's Ford Dealers, NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
Today you can score at A&W. Enjoy a juicy grass-fed beef mama burger and fries for only $5. Available in-store or on the A&W mobile app at participating locations in Oil Country. This fantastic deal is available all day today at A&W.
Proudly headquartered in Oil Country, Capital Power is delivering reliable and affordable power today while building clean power systems for tomorrow, creating the balanced energy solutions communities across Alberta and North America can depend on. Visit capitalpower.com to learn how they are powering change by changing power. Be part of their energy and join Capital Power as we all cheer on our Edmonton Oilers on their quest to win it all.
Hey Canada, want to make learning fun? Education Station is your local destination for the best educational toys, games, and resources to help kids grow.
My mom takes me to Education Station because she's invested in my future.
From hands-on activities to brain-boosting games, Education Station makes learning exciting for kids of all ages. Parents and teachers love them too.
Learning is so much fun.
Support local. Visit Education Station in store or online at educationstation.ca.
And inspire a love of learning today.
Today you can score at A&W. Enjoy a juicy grass-fed beef mama burger and fries for only $5. Available in-store or on the A&W mobile app at participating locations in Oil Country. This fantastic deal is available all day today at A&W.
All games, all season.
You're listening to the Oilers Radio Network.
Tied at 1 here in the first. The Oilers and the Sharks, 7:48 to go in the period. Our friends at Coventry Homes, they've created a sleek, high-class space with a modern twist on a classic Moody sports pub. Perfect for any diehard Oilers fan. You can check it out in the West End community of Rosemont. But the best part is, by visiting any Coventry Homes show home before April 12th, you can enter to win the ultimate game day experience. Don't miss your chance. Head to a Coventry Homes show home. Check out their Oilers fan caves today. Coventry Homes, the official builder of the Edmonton Oilers. Face off in the Edmonton zone, shot by Thrawn. That is blocked by Janmark, and it goes out of play. Connor Brown scoring for Edmonton. Jack Thompson has the goal for the Sharks. Brown with his 9th of the season. Face off to the right of Calvin Pickard. Henrique out of the face-off circle. Janmark will take the draw. To the right corner. To Wallman around the boards on the left to Brown. Comes into the Shark zone. Stops top of the circle. All the way across to Jeff Skinner in the right corner. Up the right wing boards. With the cycle it. Goes off of Vlasic. Comes to center ice. Bouchard to Wallman. Now to Janmark. Inside the Edmonton blue line. The left wing for Skinner goes cross ice to Bouchard to Janmark. Got it into the Shark zone. Goodrow out through the middle with it. Wallman to Jeff Skinner. Into the Sharks end on the left wing. Goes to the left wing corner. In behind the net. To the right. Top of the circle. Cross ice to Draisaitl. Off his stick. He'll get to it in behind the goal. To the right wing corner. Draisaitl forced up to the blue line to Podkolzin. Down the right wing. Goes in behind the net. Podkolzin, left wing. Draisaitl up near the blue line. Cross to Bouchard. To Draisaitl. Making a move on Eklund. Got tied up by Eklund. And the loose puck went to a stop chuck. He'll dump it in. It's on the end boards in the Edmonton zone. Lund in behind the net. To Eklund. To the point. Liljegren shot, and he just hammered it wide. Ferraro will keep it in. Left wing corner to Eklund, behind the net to Lund. Lund pass to the middle, broken up by Podkolzin, and it comes out to the neutral zone. On the right wing, Lund off the boards and in. Eklund now to Wenberg. Wenberg on the right side. Top of the circle to the blue line. Liljegren walks to the middle. His shot off of Podkolzin. Puck in the left wing corner. Lund to Wenberg on the right. 5:52 to go in the first. Tied at 1. The Oilers and the Sharks. Eklund gets to the middle high slot. Left wing to Ferraro. Shot save made by Pickard. The rebound Pickard got it with a right pad. Lund in the left wing corner. Over to the right side. Ferraro. On the right wing to Wenberg. Taken off of the puck by Henrique. And Wallman to Arvidsson, and then Arvidsson wedged off of it by Smith, and Will Smith for the Sharks will get to center. On the left to Celebrini. He's in behind the Edmonton goal. He'll get it out to Smith, put it through his skates on the right wing point. It's kept in by Thompson. Kulak up the right wing for Perry. Now to Jones into the Shark zone. Pulls it off the right side, trying to get it across to Perry, but broken up. Carlson out to center ice with it for the Sharks. Now it's shot down. It'll be wide of Romanov. It's icing against the Oilers. 4:52 to go in the first. Tied at 1, Edmonton and San Jose.
Well, San Jose's recovered after a real nice first goal from Edmonton. A four-way passing play to create a breakaway for Connor Brown that he finished off. And the Oilers have had a little bit of difficulty. San Jose's got some younger forwards, and they're forechecking very aggressively. They're very passive through the neutral zone. They've created some point shots with screens here. Oilers going to have to dig in a bit.
Nurse to Max Jones. Off the left wing boards and out. Celebrini will take turn at the center ice line. Across to Will Smith. Into the Edmonton end. Goes in through the middle. To Liljegren now on the right wing point. To the corner and Celebrini. Left wing to Smith. Goes in behind the goal, got it in front, but unable to get a shot through with the Sharks. Center ice, Nugent-Hopkins to Kapanen. That hits a stick, goes off that curved glass at the Sharks bench, and we get a whistle with 4:17 to go here in the first period. We'll take a break. The Oilers and the Sharks are tied at 1 from the SAP Center in San Jose. It's Ford Dealers, NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
Celebrating 70 years in the signage industry, William Huff Advertising is the most recognized name in the game. An in-house, one-stop shop for all of your design, print, and installation needs. William Huff provides quality graphic solutions for everyone. Here in our City of Champions and throughout the nation, they are the preferred signage partner entrusted by many of the biggest corporations, pro sports teams, and organizations to bring their identity to life. Recognize the name, get in the game. WilliamHuff.com.
Real Canadian Superstore has more ways to save than any other major grocer. Check out their weekly flyer for BC Optimum offers, deals on club size, no name, and always low-priced everyday items. Visit in-store to find everything from fashion and home decor to toys and electronics. And don't forget their new Fresh Promise on produce. If your produce isn't fresh, they'll replace it and refund it. There are so many ways to save at Real Canadian Superstore. See their flyer for details.
When was the last time your electricity and natural gas provider made you feel like this? Low rates, no strings attached, year-round perks, and local energy experts who always have your back with Encore by Epcor. Find that carefree energy feeling at encore.epcor.com/carefree.
Customers are free to purchase natural gas or electricity services from a retailer of their choice. For a list of retailers, visit ucahelps.alberta.ca or call 310-4822 toll-free.
Listen on air, online, and on the Radio Player Canada app.
This is the Oilers Radio Network.
Cam Moon and Bob Stauffer. We are here in the Legacy Heating and Cooling broadcast booth. Legacy Heating and Cooling. Home and no payments, no interest for 1 year. Tied at 1. Oilers and Sharks. 4:17 to go here in the first period. Face off outside the San Jose blue line. Nugent-Hopkins, Kapanen, and Hyman on the ice with Stetcher and Emberson. Delandria taking the draw for San Jose. Puck goes to Stetcher, and he'll hammer it into the Shark zone. That hit the glass, then it hit the mesh. So we'll do it again. Face-off will be in the Shark zone. Edmonton Oil Kings, Prince Albert tomorrow for Game 5 of that series. Oil Kings up 3-1. They're going to move the face-off outside the blue line. Good work by the Oil Kings to get this far. Hopefully they don't need a Game 6, but if they do, it's Sunday at Rogers Place. Stetcher will dump it in on the back end. Romanov, the netminder, out to get it to Liljegren. Will go in behind the net. Liljegren waiting. The Ferraro up the left wing, getting it out to Graf. Comes into the Oilers zone with speed. Down the left side, trying to drive to the net. Emberson got his stick on it. Graf along the boards to Grundstrom to Graf.
That was well defended by Emberson.
Emberson's got it in his skates. Delandria has him up against the boards. It's in the corner in the Oilers zone. Grundstrom's in there as well for San Jose as the puck does get loose. Top of the circle. Kapanen's pass off a skate. And Stetcher has to take it behind the Edmonton net. On the right wing to Emberson. He'll go cross ice for Kapanen. It was too far for him. But Nugent-Hopkins can follow it up, bring it in. Drop it to Kapanen, to Nugent-Hopkins, left wing corner to the blue line. Wallman shot tipped on net, and a save made by Romanov. Eklund will get it out. Give it to Wenberg, a one-handed into the Edmonton zone. Eklund centering pass looking for Wenberg, forced over to the corner by Wallman. The puck in the left wing corner. Eklund goes in behind the Edmonton goal. He'll put it off the outside of the net. Wenberg on the left wing with it. He's about the hash marks to Eklund. Now to Wenberg, goes behind the net to the right wing, top of the circle. Stops with it. To Thrun, he'll get it across. Vlasic shot, put it over the Edmonton goal off the glass. Eklund in behind the net, wedged off of it by Wallman. Up the right wing to Janmark with 2:25 to go in the first. Tied at 1, the Oilers and the Sharks. Vlasic at his own blue line. It hit a skate, goes right to Brown. Down the right wing, the shot, and the glove save made by Romanov. He'll hold on. It'll be a face-off in the San Jose zone. shots are 11-10 in favor of the Sharks. And we're tied at 1. Connor Brown scoring for Edmonton. Jack Thompson has the goal for San Jose. Leon Draisaitl taking the draw against Celebrini. It goes in behind the net. Liljegren will get it out. Kulak across to Draisaitl. Now over to Arvidsson. A one-timer pad save by Romanov. In the right wing corner, Draisaitl to the point for Kulak. Couldn't get a shot through. Went off the leg of Liljegren. It's in behind the goal. Right wing, Celebrini in the corner. For Timothy Liljegren up the right wing to Will Smith. Out to center for Toffoli. And he'll get over center ice and shoot it in. Pickard will set it in behind the goal. Now he'll play it up the left wing to Victor Arvidsson. Arvidsson to Podkolzin. He's got it into the San Jose end. Ferraro wrap it around on the left for Celebrini. He's passed it to Foley. Goes off of Bouchard. Arvidsson will go across and find Leon Draisaitl. Draisaitl on the right side. He got knocked down, and the puck goes into the Sharks bench. We get the whistle. 1:14 to go in the first. Tied at 1. The Oilers in San Jose.
That didn't look great there for Leon. He's looking for a call here. It's the second time they've kind of interfered with him. He's like, was I not tripped? Apparently not.
All right, face-off outside the
Yes, he
Sharks
was
line.
tripped. That's totally a trip. Barclay Goodrow clipped him with the skate. That's a penalty.
Puck rimmed into the Sharks zone. Jones tied up on the end boards. Stop check up the right wing to Goodrow. Pinching down was Wallman. And it does come out. We're in the last minute here in the first period. Corey Perry to the left wing for Jones. Jones makes a move at the Sharks line. That's offside against the Oilers. 48 seconds to go here in the first period. Oilers in Los Angeles Saturday afternoon. That's their next game. Big game against the Kings. Henry, Skinner, and Perry out with Wallman and Bouchard. Goodrow taking the draw, but Henrique wins it. Wallman across to Bouchard. Shoot it in off the glass. Goes in behind the net. Ferraro. Try it around on the left wing, and Goodrow will get it out. Wallman just inside the Edmonton blue line. Off the boards to center ice, and it gets brought in by Gregor. Didn't get a shot away as Wallman bumped into him. Bouchard on the right wing. 23 seconds to go in the period. Pass up the center ice. That gets picked off. Brought in by Grundstrom through the middle of the shot. A pad save made by Pickard. Carl Grundstrom with the opportunity for the Sharks. And the puck in the left wing corner. 10 seconds to go in the period. It comes out from the angle. The shot and the save made by Pickard off at Delandria. Bouchard in the corner will hold on to it, and the period will end. The Oilers and Sharks tied at 1 after 20. Calvin Pickard had to make some saves late in the first period. But the teams at 1 apiece after the first 20. Connor Brown scoring for Edmonton. Jack Thompson had the goal for the Sharks.
Nary a power play either way in that period.
Nope, not a one. Not a one in that first period. Oilers and Sharks.
Edmonton would want a little bit better puck maintenance in their own zone, but you're 1-1 after 1 on the road. You're fine.
Nice goal by Connor Brown.
Great goal by Connor Brown.
Jeff Skinner sprung him, and Brown with a burst of speed just busts in and goes glove side on Romanov, and a beautiful shot to get his 9th of the year. And we have Connor Brown down there. We got Cam Moon, Bob Stauffer upstairs. Connor, what did you think about that first period?
Yeah, I think we got a whole nother level. So time to regroup in there, execute a little bit better and put them on their heels.
They're loose, man. You know what I mean? Like and the Oilers have been there before, Connor, long before you were ever here. The Oilers would have one of the youngest teams in the league, be out of it. And you just go out and play, and there's not the same pressure. And I'm just wondering, is that maybe part of it? of it a bit, as you are playing a team that's kind of playing, out the string.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's, however they're feeling, I mean, we got a group that can take down any team. So, it's all about us in here and regrouping and playing to our capabilities. We know that, we'll have the right result.
That was a nice goal by you in the first period. Take me through it.
Yeah, I just was building speed there when I went D to D, and saw a little hole, and Skins hit me with a good pass, so it was nice to finish one.
That's how you led an OHL scoring championship one year, right?
There you go, many moons ago, Bob.
All right, there we go. Right on.
Thanks, Connor.
Thanks.
All righty. Connor Brown joining us after 20 minutes. It was a nice goal, and he did have a lot of speed going through there. But, yeah, from the Oilers' point of view, you gave up a few chances. Calvin Pickard had to make a few saves. And
I like the fact that they're not happy with that, right?
Yes,
they
exactly.
realize, look, we got to elevate the level of our performance here, and it was not a great period, and I got to manage the puck a bit more. And the other thing is, guys should be. We think Trent Frederick's coming back the latest against Anaheim, possibly against Los Angeles. Like Connor McDavid, we know is going to be back against the maybe as early as St. Louis at home. Like, you're going to want to stay in the lineup here.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep. So
you got to be hungry to. This is a good team when they get everybody back, and. But certainly capable of having a much better performance than we saw in that first period, Cam.
Tied at 1 after 1, the Oilers and the Sharks. Bryn Griffiths, Rob Brown. They've got the intermission for you when we come back from the SAP Center in San Jose. It's Ford Dealers NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
Oil Country, you never miss an Oilers game. Join your fellow fans at Molson Canadian Oil Country headquarter locations every game day. Visit oilcountryhq.com to find out where you can enjoy the game next with a pint of Molson Canadian, the official beer sponsor of the Edmonton Oilers.
Experience the exciting casino action at 3 Century Casino locations, Edmonton, St. Albert, and Century Mile. Dine at one of their amazing restaurants featuring daily specials. Take in the ultimate game day experience at the Century Sports Bar and Lounge. Check out the best in live entertainment at any amazing location. Plus, enjoy a great selection of casino gaming options and off-track betting. Feel the thrill of live horse racing at Century Mile Racetrack. Don't miss a second of the action at Century Casino. Come for the action. Stay for the fun.
Oil Country, you never miss an Oilers game. Join your fellow fans at Molson Canadian Oil Country headquarter locations every game day. Visit oilcountryhq.com to find out where you can enjoy the game next with a pint of Molson Canadian, the official beer sponsor of the Edmonton Oilers.
At the intermission, brought to you by End of the Row Flooring Centers. Let's get flooring.
Now to Jeff Skinner. Across to Brown. He'll split the D. Brown in. Score!
There you go.
Connor Brown. He goes glove side on Romanov, and it's 1-0 Edmonton.
And that's our Highlight Zone, brought to you by Century Casinos. All in, all games, all season. Century Casinos with 3 great locations in Edmonton, St. Albert, and right next door to the Edmonton International Airport. Welcome to the Winter Zone. Welcome to the first intermission. Bryn Griffiths along with Rob Brown back at Studio B in Edmonton. It is 1-1 after 1. That one, nice pass by Skinner, by the way, to Brown, who busts up the middle, as Mooner just explained. Goes high. His 9th of the season to give it a 1-0 lead for the Oilers, but Jack Thompson coming back and gets the point shot, goes far side on Pickard. It's 1-1. Brownie, what do you think of that period?
Well, I thought the Oilers came out well. And then when Connor Brown scored, you're thinking, okay, things are going to go the Oilers' way. Leon's line had a couple of really good shifts in a row. Connor Brown has been snake-bitten, more or less the entire season. He scores a real pretty goal. A nice outlet pass from Wallman to Skinner. Skinner finds a streaking Brown. He goes in, makes no mistake, and you're thinking, this could be a tough one for the San Jose Sharks. But I thought the last 10, 11 minutes of the period, the San Jose Sharks were the better of the two teams. Created a number of chances. There was a few turnovers that the Oilers created for the San Jose Sharks, giving them easy access. The Sharks are skilled. They're skilled. They've got some speed. I'm not sure they're a good defensive team, but if you give them time and space when they have the puck, they can make you look silly. And I thought they created a number of chances. Calvin Pickard made some big saves in that period. So I think Connor Brown said it best when he was talking to Mooner and Bob at the end of one, that they have another level that they can get to. And I would expect the Oilers to be much better in the second period.
You pointed out about their defense, but let's talk about Georgi Romanov in that period. He made some big stops. Made a big one off of Leon early, and I'm thinking, that's good for him. But the Oilers just got to keep finding a way to chip away, and they're a veteran team, right? They'll figure it out.
Well, they need more shots. You've got a goalie that I think they said earlier that he gave up 8 against the Kings. So this is a guy that's still trying to find his way in the National Hockey League. And that was a really pretty quiet period that he faced in the first 20 minutes. There was a nice save. Leon threw it across Bacolzin. It was a nice toe save by the young goaltender. Got in the way of a couple other. He's a big man. A couple pucks hit him, but really wasn't tested a whole lot. I would expect the Oilers to try to, 15 to 20 shots in the second period and see what he's capable of, because I think it was a little easy that first 20 minutes for the goalie.
Shots on goal favored the Sharks 12-11, and as we mentioned, it's 1-1 after 1. Okay, so what kind of little changes are the Oilers going to have to do here? You mentioned shots will be one. Do they have to dump it in? You talked about their defense maybe is a little suspect. What are the little nuances that the Oilers are going to have to work on here in period number 2?
Well, I think chip and chase. You don't have to dump and rim the puck all the way around, but as you're coming up with speed, if it's even numbers, just chip the puck right behind the defenseman off the boards, and the guy going through the middle will win the race to it. They've got a little bit of inexperience on the back end, and then they got an old veteran of Vlasic who, he's nearing the end of his career. Doesn't have the same speed and can't turn quite as good as he used to. So get those defensemen turning. Play in San Jose's end. San Jose is a bad defensive team. Their numbers this year tell you that. It is not a secret. I don't think the Oilers spent near enough time in San Jose's end that period. And when you're not pressing them, when you're not creating turnovers in San Jose's defensive zone, I think you're doing the Sharks a favor. And I just think the Oilers need to be a little more aggressive on the forecheck, and to start that is by getting pucks in an area that you force their defensemen to turn it over.
Their goal differential is minus 89. That's the worst in the National Hockey League by a country kilometer. So you're absolutely right. They've just got to find a way to get in there a little bit harder. The other thing, too, we were watching very carefully the top line and the second line here. One of the things that Connor Brown was talking about is the fact, as you mentioned, got to get it to the next level. But I'm with Bob, and I'm also with Mooner on the fact that I love hearing that from the guys. You must like that as well. And you know that's when they're thinking that way, they got to come out that way.
Well, it's funny. There's players know when they're playing well and when they're struggling. It's always funny. You hear, we'll get phone calls in, people saying, that when he went back, he made that mistake, you got to bench him, or the ref's got to, or the coach got to come down and say something. You don't need to. Every player knows when he messed up. And in that period, the Oilers know they did not have a good 20 minutes. They know that they're much better than what they showed. So they'll be better. That they just have to a little bit better puck management. I know that there were a couple giveaways where they tried long stretch passes. And the problem with that, when the stretch pass doesn't work, it turns into an odd man rush coming towards you. And we saw that near the end of the period. So Connor Brown and his teammates know that what they played in the first 20 minutes was nowhere even close, remotely close to what they showed in Vegas the other night. So they got to find it. It's tough. It's easy to have energy and urgency and desperation when you play the Golden Knights. You got to manufacture. It's an empty building against a bad hockey club, just playing out the string. But you somehow have to find the same type of urgency, knowing this game is just as important as the game against Vegas was.
All right, Brownie, thanks. We'll talk to you coming up at intermission number 2. We'll take a break, and we'll come right back. We'll take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard and much more when we return. At the Intermission is brought to you by End of the Roll Flooring Centers. Let's get flooring. This is your Ford Dealers NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
Hey, Paul Brandt here. Big skies, rugged landscapes. Now that's Alberta in a nutshell. And if you're looking for an SUV that can keep up with this place, check out the Ford Bronco. Built for those who crave adventure, with serious off-road capability and style to spare. Whether you're hitting the mountain trails or exploring the back roads, it's the perfect ride for those who want to experience everything this province has to offer. The Ford Bronco. Adventure awaits at your Alberta Ford dealer. And tell them PB sent you.
Hey, Edmonton. Ever think think about who gets your hard-earned money when you buy groceries or gas? For all you know, it could be buying a second yacht or private jet. But at Co-op, they put it right back into the community. That's because they're owned by 120,000 everyday Edmontonians, not a corporation. Feel good about where your money goes when you shop Co-op. Visit in-store for details.
Rogers is Canada's fastest and most reliable internet. We're made for Oilers fans. You can stream Brown's scoring down in the basement. And there it is! Watch Leon light the lamp in the living room. Spectacular! Connor scoring in all corners of the house. And Nurse notching a game winner in the nursery. Very quietly, of course. Rogers, proud partner and fan of your Edmonton Oilers. Edmonton comes all the way back!
Global news, I'm Thomas Dias. Stock markets in Canada and the U.S. plunged today as investors reacted to the latest tariffs from President Donald Trump. The Nasdaq fell almost 6% or more than 1,000 points, with the TSX down almost 4% or more than 900 points. Everything from crude oil to big tech stocks to the value of the U.S. dollar against other currencies fell. Even gold dropped lower. Well, in his current role as Prime Minister, Liberal leader Mark Carney met virtually today with premiers to discuss the U.S. tariffs on Canadian automakers. Premier Daniel Smith says there was broad support for Carney, saying that Canada will take a measured response by hitting back with tariffs on all vehicles that do not comply with the Canada-U.S.-Mexico agreement. And when it comes to the federal election campaign trail, Conservative leader Pierre Poilievre says he will remove the federal sales tax from Canadian-made vehicles if he becomes the next Prime Minister. NDP leader Jagmeet Singh spent the day promising tax-free savings bonds that would be available in 5- and 10-year terms and pay a compounding interest rate of 3.5%. News on demand at 880ched.com.
It's our YEG with 880 Chad.
Embrace hope, adventure, heartbreak, and love with the infamous March Sisters as the Citadel Theater presents the timeless classic Little Women, May 3rd through the 25th. Tickets on sale now. Then get ready for an unforgettable night filled with classic anthems and new favorites as Darius Rucker hits Rogers Place on October 17th with Tyler Braden and Cassius Culpepper. Tickets at Ticketmaster.
For details on these and more events, visit 880ched.com.
Businesses deserve the best protection against cyber threats. Alltech offers state-of-the-art IT and cybersecurity solutions to safeguard digital assets. The team of experts at Alltech are dedicated to providing the highest level of security, ensuring that data remains safe and operations are seamless. With Alltech, businesses can focus on growth while the rest is handled. From advanced threat detection to comprehensive data security, Alltech has it covered. Choose Alltech for reliable and effective cybersecurity. Visit alt-tech.ca now to learn more.
Bloom Benefits offers amazing coverage that even the toughest hockey players can get behind. With excellent coverage, they offer things like massage. You want to go? Counseling services. Let's go. Dental coverage. That was not offside. And eye exams. With custom health coverage for any group of any size, Bloom Benefits make every team better, stronger, and healthier. Plans start from just $54 a month. Rethink your benefits today at bloombenefits.ca.
At the Intermission, brought to you by End of the Row Flooring Centers. Let's get flooring.
Let's take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard brought to you by Pizza 73, the official pizza of the Edmonton Oilers. These are the games that are going on right now. They're halfway through the third period. The Los Angeles Kings leading the hockey club in Utah 3-1. The Kings, 3 goals on 14 shots. 1 goal for Utah on 28 shots. So we'll be watching that one carefully. After 2 periods of play, the Calgary Flames are at home and they're beating the Anaheim Ducks 3-1. 6 minutes remaining in the second period, and it's all Winnipeg Jets in Vegas. That makes it interesting. 3-0 is the score right now in that one. Comrie is your starting netminder for the Jets. Now let's get to the final scores. It was Montreal beating Boston 4-1 tonight. Montreal now is second. They're holding down that second wild card spot in the East with 81 points. Brendan Gallagher leading the way with 1 goal and 1 assist. Tampa Bay losing in Ottawa 2-1. Linus Ullmark with 31 saves to post the win for the Senators, who are holding down the number 1 wild card spot in the East. They're up on Montreal by 5 points. Elsewhere, Cale Makar, a goal and 2 assists to help power Colorado past the Columbus Blue Jackets 7-3. It was Jake Ottinger with 28 saves to post the win for Dallas in a 5-1 victory over the visiting Nashville Predators. And in overtime, 5-4, St. Louis beating Pittsburgh. That's 11 wins in a row for the Blues. Wow, they're on an absolute roll. That is your out-of-town scoreboard, brought to you by Pizza 73, the official pizza of the Edmonton Oilers. The second period is coming up next at the Intermission, brought to you by End of the Roll Flooring Centers. Let's get flooring. This is your Ford Dealers NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
At the Intermission has been brought to you by End of the Roll Flooring Centers. Let's get flooring.
Did you hear what happened to Rick while he was building his fence?
Yeah, he hit a natural gas line. They had to evacuate his entire neighborhood at dinner time, too. I bet he didn't make any new friends that day.
It cost him a ton to get the line repaired. I wonder why he didn't get his underground utilities marked.
Don't be that person. If you're digging on your property, request a locate for natural gas lines. It's free and can prevent serious injury or financial loss. And you won't upset the neighbors. Visit clickbeforeyoudig.com. A safety message brought to you by ATCO.
From the biggest stadiums to the coziest holes in the wall. From house parties to porch hangs to pride celebrations. From your favorite fuzz shop to your local Indian spot. From noodle bars to sports bars to salsa bars. There's a Molson with your name on it. Canadian Ultra XL. Molson. Everyone in. Must be legal drinking age.
Athletes know that to advance your career, you've got to be part of a winning team. So, what about you? Are you working for a winning team? Well, here's your chance to do just that. Brandt is a strong and stable industry leader with career opportunities across Canada. We have hundreds of positions available right now, from parts, sales, positioning technology, heavy-duty mechanics, and more. Be a part of a winning team. Earn your stripes by joining Brandt today. Find out more at BrandtJobs.com.
All games, all seasons.
You're listening to the Oilers Radio Network.
Tied at 1, the Oilers and the Sharks. Cam Moon along with Bob Stauffer. We're here in San Jose, and that Oilers Caring for OilCountry 50-50. It's presented by Rogers, back with life-changing jackpots. The last jackpot was over $2 million. This one's just getting started, $173,000 right now. Get your tickets, EdmontonOilers.com/5050. We're underway here in the second. And inside his own end, it's Smith to get it out. Off a stick, up into the air. Celebrini touches it. It's offside against the Sharks. 17 seconds into this second period.
Briefly bumped into Mike Greer during the first intermission. The Oilers have a bunch of people here. Saw Kevin Lowe as well. It's good always good to see him. Of course, Kevin was a teammate at Mike's, general manager of Mike's at one point.
Yeah. Nurse into the Shark zone, a backhand towards the net. Romanov stops it, and we get the whistle.
Well, they got the goalie, Askarov. He's going to be their goalie of the future. They got a left shot D, Sam Dickinson, who London tonight is through round one, and no surprise, they were probably the best team all season in the Ontario Hockey League. Sam O'Reilly plays there as well. Dickinson had a 90-point season. Then they got the 3 kids that are in the lineup tonight up front, including Celebrini and Smith and Eklund. So they got some good pieces here to build around for Mike Greer's GM.
Celebrini into the Oilers zone on the left. Trying to get it across to Toffoli. It goes all the way to the right wing. Thrown in from the point. Bounces it into the slot, but skating out for Edmonton, Nugent Hopkins. At center ice, he'll shoot it in. Rims on the left, off the stick of Zach Hyman. Celebrini through the middle. It won't get out. Emberson keeping it in. Left wing point to Kulak. To Nugent Hopkins is one-timer off the end boards now. Emberson off the right wing. A shot in the pad saved by Romanov. And Celebrini comes up the left wing. Into the Oilers zone. His shot and a save made by Pickard. A hard shot by Macklin Celebrini. And Pickard was able to hold on.
Well, he put that in a good spot. I mean, there's some instincts there for Macklin Celebrini. The number 1 pick in the 2024 NHL draft after a 32-goal, 64-point season with BU. He's minus 32 this year, but does have 53 points in 62 games. And you can see the skill that oozes from him.
Yes. It's a good one.
There's a lot of people that think he's better than Connor Bedard. I think he might have a little bit more support right now than Connor Bedard has.
Off the draw in the Edmonton zone. Stetcher up the right wing to center ice to Arvidsson, to Draisaitl to Arvidsson, into the Shark zone, top of the circle for Draisaitl to the left wing point. Nurse shot, and that's blockered away by Romanov. Podkolzin put it in behind the net. Ferraro off the boards for the Sharks. It'll get near the line and now just past Stetcher. Stetcher came back. Good job to get away from Lund.
Stetcher gives you everything he's got. And that's why he's going to be an option for Edmonton as a third pairing right shot D. Wouldn't have thought that. Oh,
Draisaitl stepped on the puck as he was taking it from Nurse. Does get it out now to Podkolzin. Weaves his way in over the Shark line. The shot, a high riser. Penalty coming up to the Sharks, and they touch it. Arvidsson has it on the right wing. To the right wing point to Bouchard. To Arvidsson. For Draisaitl to the point to Bouchard. Cross to Wallman. Down the left wing. Nugent-Hopkins to Arvidsson. Left wing corner. Drops it. Nugent-Hopkins will step out to Draisaitl off the heel of his stick, but he keeps it alive. Back to the point to Bouchard. To Nugent-Hopkins right corner. For Draisaitl. Top of the circle on the right. To the blue line. Bouchard. A shot, and he hammered it wide. Draisaitl has it on the right wing. Delayed penalty coming up to San Jose. Cross to Wallman. Left wing corner for Arvidsson. In front of the net. That hits a stick. Comes out to center ice. Nugent-Hopkins winds it up at the Edmonton blue line. Now to Bouchard. Comes into the Shark zone. Stops on the right wing point. Down the boards for Jeff Skinner, and now touched finally by the Sharks. Ferraro touched it. The Edmonton Oilers are about to go on the power play. It'll be the first power play of this game.
I think the fans thought that there was a little bit of play acting from Leon Draisaitl. It's the third time he's been cleaved in this game. Fans can boo if they want. Oilers power play, 7th in the league at 25.3%. 6 consecutive years. Edmonton over 25% on the power play. That's never happened in NHL history. And San Jose's penalty killing, 27th in the league at 74.2. Now, San Jose is 25th in the league in face-offs at 48%. The Oilers have dropped to about 12th. They're still at 51%, but they won 70% of the draws in the first period.
Power play brought to you by Atco Energy, your trusted energy retailer. Learn more at atcoenergy.com. Tied at 1, 2 minutes, 46 seconds gone here in the second period. Face off to the right of Romanov.
And Leon gets waved out of the circle. Nugent-Hopkins had a good first period in the draws.
Nugent-Hopkins.
And I whammied him.
Whammied him. Puck gets rimmed. Draisaitl kept it in. To Nugent-Hopkins on the left wing to the blue line for Bouchard. Right side, Draisaitl to the middle. Scores! Victor Arvidsson hammers it off the bar and in. A power play goal, and the Oilers are up 2-1.
Third straight game that Victor Arvidsson has scored for the Edmonton Oilers, and that was an absolute rocket. I mean, he unleashed the cannon on that one. Showed why he's a 2-time 30-goal scorer, 5-time 20-goal scorer. That's his 13th goal of the season, and the Oilers are up 2-1.
Great shot by Arvidsson. 2:59 time of the goal. Edmonton 1 for 1 with a man advantage. Got that in the high slot, one-timer it off the bar and in. Stick side on Romanov.
Draisaitl will draw the primary assist on that goal.
Puck dumped into the Shark zone. A stop, Chuck. And behind the net, Thompson up the right wing. Goodrow will get it out through the middle off the stick of Ostapchuk, and he'll catch up to it into the Edmonton zone. The left wing in the corner. Now to Gregor. Gregor to the top of the circle. The cycle it low. Emberson got dumped down by Goodrow. Emberson gets back up, gets the puck to the middle of the ice. And Henrique to Brown, across to Wallman over the line, and his shot off the stick of Thompson. It launches over the glass, not a play.
Bouchard with the second assist there.
All right, Oilers up 2-1 here in the second period. Face off to the right of Romanov. Power play goal by Arvidsson here in the second to put the Oilers ahead. Henrique taking a draw, gets to the corner to Henrique. Now to Perry in behind the Sharks goal. To the left wing, but Delandria there for San Jose. And Delandria will get it out. It's at center ice. Max Jones will shoot it in. Romanov out of his net. Stops it right corner for Thrun. He'll play it to the line and we'll get out. Jones keeping it in for the Oilers. Top of the circle. And Vlasic on the right, off the right wing boards, high into the air, bouncing puck, Grundstrom into the Edmonton zone. He'll take a wrist shot, that just misses. And the puck near the top of the circle, Perry gets it out through the middle to Henrique, now down the left wing to Jones. He'll shoot at a rising shot, Romanov to save. He's able to glove the rebound after it went off his arm, and he'll hold on to it. 4:21 gone in the second, 2-1 Oilers lead. Oilers back at home Wednesday the 9th against St. Louis. Friday the 11th against San Jose. Just 3 home games left before the playoffs. And then they have the game against Los Angeles on Monday the 14th. Off the draw, Jeff Skinner trying to get a shot, but it's a bit tied up. And it goes in behind the net. Jack Thompson lost it in behind the goal. Connor Brown will get it to the right wing point. The shot by Emberson. That hit bodies. Kulak will rip it. Glove save made by Romanov. Hard shot by Kulak from the left wing point. The faceoff will remain inside the San Jose end. Janmark taking the draw against Celebrini. Well, maybe not. Janmark out. Jeff Skinner will take the draw. Puck to the corner. Carlson got it around to the right point where Emberson keeps it in for Edmonton. Behind the net to Skinner. Centering pass off a skate. Goes over to the left wing. Foley to get it up to the blue line. Smith just getting it out. And Smith into the Oilers zone. Now on the right side. Puck sent in front off a skate. Hammered towards the net by Carlson. And that hit bodies in front. It gets into the slot. And on the left wing, Brown or Skinner will get it out through the middle. To Janmark. In over the line to Brown on the right wing. Brown, right wing boards to Janmark. Up to the top of the circle, left point. One-time shot. And that hit a stick after Bouchard let it go. And it's knocked down by a high stick. It will be knocked down by the high stick. We get a whistle. 5:23 gone here in the second. Faceoff's going to come outside that Shark blue line. It was knocked down by an Oiler high stick. Now they're discussing it. No, faceoff, they're going to move it into the Shark zone. There's Nugent Hopkins, Hyman and Kapanen out there with Bouchard and Wallman. Delandria to take the draw for San Jose. To be the left of Romanov. Nugent Hopkins will win it. Puck goes to Bouchard. Down the right wing. Bouchard looking to the net. Goes in behind it. Grundstrom on him. Stops to the left wing corner to Nugent Hopkins. To Bouchard. That goes off his stick. Kapanen on the right wing. Jam it down to the corner. Ferraro up the boards. It doesn't get out. Goes off of Wallman. And now Grundstrom to get it out. And it's Grundstrom into the Edmonton zone. On the left side, Grundstrom shot. Stick save made by Pickard. Up the right wing. Kapanen into center ice. For Bouchard. Now to Hyman into the Shark zone. He'll go to the right corner. Behind the net. His pass off his stick comes back to Hyman. Now to Kapanen left wing. To the left wing point for Nurse. Rims it around, goes to in front of the net off a skate, Ferraro to Grundstrom, and it's center ice to softly dump it in. Pickard can set it behind the goal for Nurse. To Stetcher at center ice. Now through the middle, and it goes off the glove of Vlasic to the right wing to Arvidsson. He'll go in behind the shark net, to the left, top of the circle, to the right wing point. Finds Stetcher for Draisaitl, skates across the line, and his pass gets picked off. Eklund will bring it out. Eklund for the Sharks into the Edmonton zone. He's in behind the goal to the left wing. Leaves the puck on the left side to Wenberg. Wenberg to the top of the circle into the left wing corner. Eklund, he'll pass it in front, put it off of Pickard. It goes to the right side. Thrun in behind the net to Eklund, left wing corner. Eklund to the right, banks it to the blue line. Thrun, right wing to Eklund, and shot tipped just wide of the Edmonton net.
It should have been a goal. Wide open net. Look out.
Lund has it behind the net. Lost it to Nurse. Pokes it around and won't get out. Vlasic's shot. That misses. Wenberg has it on the right wing. 2-1 Oilers lead. 7.5 gone here in the second period. Lund off the right wing boards. Picked off by Arvidsson. He'll one-hand it out to center ice. Pod pulls into Draisaitl. Into Sharks territory all the way across. The one-timer! And the save made by Romanov as Perry leaned into that one. Romanov holds on. We'll take a break. 2-1 Edmonton leading the Sharks. 7:42 gone in the second. From the SAP Center in San Jose, it's Ford Dealers NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
Sportsnet Plus is your ultimate destination for Oilers games. Stream more matchups than anywhere else. Spectacular! Catch Oilers action all season. Plans starting at $19.99 a month. Subscribe now at sportsnetplus.ca.
Blue-collar work deserves big dollar perks. Get a heavy wallet with Heavy Metal Equipment and Rentals. Heavy Metal Equipment and Rentals is hiring heavy equipment technicians, maintenance supervisors, PM servicemen, maintenance coordinators, and pretty much every other position that makes Alberta go. We help move the earth that makes Alberta grow. So why not work for a company that makes your bank account grow too? Visit heavymetalequipment.ca to find your new career. Heavy Metal Equipment and Rentals, helping you move the earth.
Do your tires feel like hockey pucks on the road? Perhaps it's time for a new set of Atturo tires. No matter what you drive, Atturo has the right fit for you, including the all-new Trailblade HT and AZ810, premium all-weather tires for your pickup, car, SUV, or crossover. You can rest assured that Atturo tires will get you through all 4 seasons. Available at Action Car and Truck, Point S, and tire shops everywhere. Find a dealer near you at atturo.com.
Sportsnet Plus is your ultimate destination for Oilers games. Stream more matchups than anywhere else. Spectacular! Catch Oilers action all season. Plans starting at $19.99 a month. Subscribe now at sportsnetplus.ca.
Listen on air, online, and on the Radio Player Canada app.
This is the Oilers Radio Network.
Victor Arvidsson with the go-ahead goal here in the second. 2-1 Oilers lead the Sharks. 7:42 gone in this second period. Cam Moon along with Bob Stauffer. We're at the SAP Center in San Jose. Face off in the Shark zone to the right of Romanov. Perry on the left boards. Inside the Shark zone. Goes into the corner. Brings it up to the hash mark. Says shot. Romanov the save as Henrique was right in front of the net. Perry gets it back. Cycles it, looking for Henrique. Goes off a stick to Perry. Left corner in front to Henrique, but breaking it up was Carlson. Stopchuk along the boards for San Jose. Lost it to Henrique. Behind the goal to Perry. Perry taken to the end boards by Carlson. It's dug out by Max Jones to the right wing point for Emberson. Picked off by Gregor. Down the left side with Goudreau. In over the line. The shot! Save made by Pickard, and he covers it up as the Sharks with a 2-on-1.
Unfortunately, Max Jones tried to make a play, get it back to the point, and didn't have a lot of heat on the pass, and Emerson got caught in no man's land, and Colin Gregor's son, Noah, can really skate. Colin Gregor actually came to an Oilers camp one year and played in the Western Hockey League on one of the toughest teams of all time, the late 1980s Victoria Royals. You would have played against them, the Western Hockey
With the Cougars.
Yes.
Yeah.
Did I say the Royals? Cougars,
Yeah.
yes. Thank you.
Yes.
They had some
And he played in Portland, too.
Yes, they had some toughness on that team.
Oh, yeah, they did. Up the right wing comes Kapanen, brings it into the Sharks' end. Nice little move off the boards, over to the backhand. He won't get a shot, but he can't poke it in behind the net. Liljegren rimming it to Smith, now to Celebrini as he gets to center for the Sharks. In over the Edmonton line for Ferraro. Across, scores to Foley. Off the left wing on a pretty good play by the Sharks, and this game is tied at 2.
Excellent play by San Jose, but Edmonton had the puck possession in the offensive zone, and unfortunately, Kasperi Kapanen, and it was deep in the San Jose zone. So they made a tremendous play up the ice in a 3-on-2. And unfortunately, Bouchard couldn't pick up Toffoli on the backside, and Toffoli's a 3-time 30-goal scorer. He could finish.
He's got 28 now. 8:48 time of that goal. And this game's tied at 2. Grundstrom down the left wing, gave it to Graf, cross ice to Dellandrea, goes into the right corner of the Edmonton end. Good work by Janmark to shove him off of it and get it out. Penalty coming up to the Sharks. Little hook there on Connor Brown. And San Jose is about to be shorthanded. 9:07 gone here in the second. Edmonton will get their second power play. Going to the box, it's going to be Grundstrom. Power play brought to you by ATCO Energy, your trusted energy retailer. Learn more at atcoenergy.com. Ferraro and Celebrini get the assists on the goal by Toffoli.
Not very good play off the rush there from Edmonton. It's not defended well.
Face off to the right of Romanov. Puck gets to the middle of the ice. Shot down by Ferraro. Up the right wing, Bouchard. Edmonton 1-for-1 with a man advantage. Puck dumped in. It goes off the stick of Bouchard, or Draisaitl, rimmed hard by Liljegren and down the ice.
So the zone entry is definitely an area where they don't have Connor McDavid. It's different looking zone entry as a result.
Arvidsson through the neutral zone, right wing to Hyman. Into the Sharks' end, rims on the left. Arvidsson to the point to Bouchard. Left wing, Nugent Hopkins. Just to play it low, it goes to the right corner. Draisaitl's pass to Arvidsson. Being contested by Ferraro. Graf's in there as well, and it is chopped out by Ferraro. Bouchard's got to go back for it.
Oilers got to move their feet a little bit more here.
Minute to go in the power play. Tied at 2 in the second. Nugent Hopkins into the Shark zone to the right wing corner for Hyman. Around near the blue line where Arvidsson could keep it in. Has it left point to Nugent Hopkins down the left wing. Top of the circle to the blue line to Bouchard. Over to Nugent Hopkins. Right side. Henrique shot. Oh, and a save by Romanov. Just got enough of it, and it's cleared out and down the ice.
Well, sometimes that's Leon Draisaitl from the kill spot there. TD Force is looking at Leon down on the Oilers bench right now, just so you know.
It's a good hard shot by Henrique. Puck brought in by Wallman, right wing to Perry. Perry back to the point to Henrique. Right wing to Wallman towards the net. A shot off his stick, batted towards the goal. Romanov kept it out, and it swept down the ice. 9 minutes to go in the second. Tied at 2, the Oilers and the Sharks. Penalty to Grundstrom, just about done. Puck brought in by Nurse. His shot, and that is off the stick of Liljegren. It'll go out of play. Edmonton 1 for 2 with the man advantage. With 8:49 to go in the second, we'll take a break. Tied at 2, the Oilers and the Sharks. From the SAP Center in San Jose, it's Ford Dealers NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
At Fountain Tire, our focus is taking care of your vehicle. Your focus? Saving up to 25% off select tires. Plus, getting up to a $120 mail-in rebate on a set of 4 select tires until April 26th. So we both win. Fountain Tire. We're on this road together.
Did you know the RCMP polices over 99% of Alberta's landscape? From the oil sands to the Rockies to the prairies, the RCMP has a province covered. Providing policing services to more than 1,700 communities and with over 150 career specializations, the Alberta RCMP has something to fit everyone's goals and lifestyles. Visit rcmpcareers.ca and take the next step towards your career with the Alberta RCMP. A message from the Government of Canada.
Legacy Heating and Cooling is the #1 heating and cooling company for people who want heating and cooling, because you'll save a bundle by bundling. Then you can use hot, cold, hot, cold. Come on, thermostat, do what you're told. Turn up the heat, turn up the cold till the vents start pushing out tornadoes. Bundle my furnace with some AC. Gonna get a deal from Legacy. Oh, yeah. Save a bundle when you bundle your new furnace and AC from Legacy today. Plus no payments and no interest for 1 year. That's how you build your legacy. Legacy Heating and Cooling.
At Fountain Tire, our focus is taking care of your vehicle. Your focus? Saving up to 25% off select tires. Plus, getting up to a $120 mail-in rebate on a set of 4 select tires until April 26th. So we both win. Fountain Tire. We're on this road together.
All games, all season. You're listening to the Oilers Radio Network.
Cam Moon, Bob Stauffer, we're here in San Jose, tied at 2. Oilers and Sharks, 8:49 to go in the second period.
Oilers are down a forward here, Cam. Leon Draisaitl has gone into the Oilers' room, and it's really obvious because he's got to go across the ice when he doesn't. So already playing without Connor McDavid. Leon, we think he got tweaked on the previous sequence coming up the ice. He's been hauled down 3 times in this game.
Face off to the right of Romanov. Janmark wins the draw. Brown to the point. Shot made by Kulak off the glove of Romanov. And Grundstrom will go in behind his goal. Now to the right corner for Thrun. Over to Vlasic. Vlasic is pressured by Janmark. Give it to Thrun in behind the net. Will rim it off the glass. That one hits Jeff Skinner. It's kept in to Brown right corner. He got hit hard by Thrun. Thrun up the right wing boards. Amberson to keep it in for the Oilers. Brown got it free. Puck along the boards on the right. Back to the left wing point for Kulak. His snapshot towards the net. That hit traffic. And out through the middle, getting to center ice. It hit the skate of Grundstrom. He fell down. Brown comes in to Nugent Hopkins. Now to Kulak. A shot. That's saved by Romanov and held onto it with 7:58 to go in the second. And the game tied at 2.
Oilers have actually played pretty well in this period.
Yeah, they've controlled a lot of the play. Gave up a really good chance against on a rush.
Where they had puck possession in the offensive zone. So now Nugent Hopkins is between Podkolzin and Arvidsson, with Draisaitl at least temporarily out of the game.
It's into the skates, and Nugent Hopkins comes up near the line. Toffoli will get it out to Celebrini into the Edmonton zone to Toffoli to the middle shot, and that goes off the stick of Pickard. And it hit Smith, went wide. Ferraro left wing point, shot it, blocked by Podkolzin. He will get it out for Edmonton. Cross ice to Arvidsson into the Shark zone down the left wing. His pass, that's off a stick, and it's in behind the San Jose net. And Celebrini out through the middle up to center ice for Toffoli. Tied at 2 here in the second. Over to Ferraro. To Toffoli. Shot that save made by Pickard as Tyler Toffoli got set up in the slot. And the game remains tied at 2.
Well, this top line for San Jose, they're dangerous off the rush. And they got a couple guys that can really get up and after it. A lot of it's being driven by Celebrini. And then Ferraro's jumped up on the last 2 shifts, activated to join them. Calvin Pickard fought that one off. Solid save. Oilers are going to have to dig here.
Ace off to the right of Pickard. 7:23 to go in the second period. Puck goes to the point, and a shot by Carlson gloved by Pickard. We'll do that again inside the Edmonton zone. All right. Pickard's right. Stopchuk against Henrique. They dropped it once. It wasn't right. Stopchuk out of the face-off circle. In comes Goodrow. Gets into the right wing corner to Evan Bouchard. Flips it out through the middle. Thompson got it to the boards. It's off of Corey Perry. Now he can bring it in. Perry poked away from his stick. Goes to the left wing corner in the Sharks' end. Hyman to Perry. Perry stops him behind the goal. Got it out to Henrique. To the point. Bouchard shot. That goes off of Ostapchuk and out of play.
Ouch. That one bit him good.
Yeah, got him off his foot. Tied at 2, the Oilers and the Sharks. Face off to the left of Romanov. Georgi Romanov just playing in his 4th game of this season, 6th game of his NHL career.
Oilers don't have McDavid. Draisaitl temporarily out of the game, but they got a lot of other veteran players, Cam, that have played a lot of hockey.
Off the draw, it goes between the Edmonton defense. Wallman will go back for it. Off the left wing glass, out to center, off the stick of Perry, into the Sharks' end as Hyman runs into Vlasic. It's in behind the net. Thrun on the end boards will give it away to Henrique. To the left wing point, Wallman shot, and that's booted out by Romanov. Eklund to center ice, to Vlasic. Into the Oiler end on the right side. A shot save made by Pickard. He was out to above the top of the crease. And he made the save and held on with 6:26 to go in the second period. The game's tied at 2. Shots are now 23-20 for Edmonton. Teams have traded goals in each of these first 2 periods. Smith wins the draw for San Jose. Ferraro into the slot to Celebrity, and it's blocked by Nugent Hopkins. And he'll get it off the right wing boards out to center ice. Ferraro will take a hit from Jones, and it's into the San Jose end. Then Kapanen steals. Kapanen has it on the right wing. Down low for Jones. Against the boards with Celebrini. The puck will get to the blue line. Kept in by Nurse. Jones in behind the net. Liljegren took him to the end boards. Ferraro up the right wing, won't get it out. Nugent Hopkins goes cross ice. Jones, right wing corner. Jones was up against the boards. Ferraro off the glass and out. Nurse inside the Edmonton end. Up to Max Jones. Cross ice for Kapanen. On the left wing, he'll dump it in. Jones after it on the forecheck. Celebrity will get control. Rim on the left wing for Will Smith. Pulls it off the left wing boards. Gets it out. Kulak to Connor Brown. Comes into the Sharks end on the left side. Stops up. His pass to the middle. Broken up. It'll go to Kulak. Shot and a glove save by Romanov as Brett Kulak hammered it towards the net. We'll take a break. 5:12 to go in the second. Tied at 2. The Oilers and the Sharks from the SAP Center in San Jose. It's Ford Dealers NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
Score big with the unmatched purity of Clearwater Vodka, the perfect companion for Oilers fans. Crafted with the pristine waters of Alberta, it's a sip of local excellence. Clearwater Vodka, where the spirit of the game meets true Alberta quality. Must be 18 plus. Please drink responsibly.
The Edmonton Oilers Community Foundation 50-50, presented by Rogers, is back and bigger than ever. The largest 50-50 in sports offers early bird draws, bonus raffles, and a main jackpot, which is growing by the second. With over $100 million invested across OilCountry, your support directly helps kids, families, and communities in need. Maybe you'll be our next winner. Get your tickets right now at EdmontonOilers.com and help make OilCountry a better place.
AGLC license number 696879.
Rogers is Canada's largest and most reliable 5G network. We're made for Oilers fans. You can stream Leon scoring in Leduc. Watch Tide tie things up in Tofield. Or check out Connor doing Connor things in Kalmar. And even watch Stewart steal the show while you're in Sedalia. Try saying that 3 times fast. Rogers, proud partner and fan of your Edmonton Oilers.
Score big with the unmatched purity of Clearwater Vodka, the perfect companion for Oilers fans. Crafted with the pristine waters of Alberta, it's a sip of local excellence. Clearwater Vodka, where the spirit of the game meets true Alberta quality. Must be 18 plus. Please drink responsibly.
Listen on air, online, and on the Radio Player Canada app.
This is the Oilers Radio Network.
Tied at 2, 5:12 to go in the second. The Oilers in San Jose. Cam Moon along with Bob Stauffer. We're in the Legacy Heating and Cooling broadcast booth. Legacy Heating and Cooling. Home and no payments, no interest for 1 year. Face off in the Shark zone to the left of Romanov. Just made a brilliant save off of Brett Kulak before the break. Puck back to Kulak. Shot, glove saved by Romanov. And he'll hold on to it.
And again, Leon Draisaitl has been out of the game for about the last 5 or 6 minutes of game time. We can only assume it's a lower body thing.
Yeah.
Just missed 3 games. And if he's out, that's saying something because he's got the pain threshold of a cadaver. He's a tough player.
Off the draw, puck to the point. Bouchard will snap it towards the net. Scores! That was redirected. Skinner was in front of the net. Janmark was there too, and the Oilers have a 3-2 lead. It looks like Jeff Skinner, the goal scorer.
That's why you put it to the net.
Just a little snapshot from Evan Bouchard.
And if it's Jeff Skinner's goal, it's going to be his 15th of the season.
.14:57, time of the goal. Little snapshot by Bouchard, got redirected on its way to the net and found some room on the stick side of Georgi Romanov. And the Oilers have a 3-2 lead here in the second period.
See if they can hold on to this lead for a while here.
Wallman with it in his own end. Wallman to Podkolzin, now to Arvidsson. Comes into Sharks territory. Took a hit from Dellandrea. Grunstrom to get it out. To Ty Dellandrea off the left wing boards and in. And there's a penalty coming up, and it's going against the Edmonton Oilers.
Interference is going to be the call.
10:96, minor penalty interference.
Wallman.
It'll be the first power play of the game for San Jose.
Sharks power play is 23rd in the league at 19.1%. The Oilers penalty killing, and it's been surging a bit. It's up to 21st in the league at 77.1. And this now becomes a big kill for the Oilers.
Oiler penalty kills brought to you by Napa Auto Parts, proud partner of the Edmonton Oilers. Face off to the right of Calvin Pickard. Jeff Skinner's 15th of the year, the go-ahead goal for Edmonton here in the second period. Stetcher behind the net to Nurse. Will rim it on the glass, and that will get out and down the ice. Romanov to set it. And Alex Wenberg coming up the right wing for San Jose. Off the boards to Will Smith. Smith at the Edmonton blue line. Toss it to the right corner. Went after it himself. He's up against the boards. Now to Toffoli to the blue line to Wenberg. Wenberg on the right wing. Got it to the middle. Celebrini over to Eklund. Cross ice to Smith. Over to Eklund. To the point for Wenberg. Left wing, Eklund. To the left wing corner. To the right side for Celebrini at the hash marks. Cross to the left wing. Into the left wing corner. It was Toffoli to Smith, back to the point. Wenberg just kept it in. Left wing to Smith. Smith to Wenberg to the slot. Comes across. Celebrini's shot, and he misses. And it goes off the corner boards and down the ice.
And the Oilers needed that because it cleared the zone for him.
They make a quick change as Wenberg up to center. Give it to Celebrini. He'll come in the Edmonton end.
Missed the pick there.
Hammered around by Emberson, past Wenberg and down the ice.
You think of how important Matthias Ekholm has been 5-on-5 for Evan Bouchard. He's been pretty important on the penalty kill as well for Emberson.
30 seconds to go in the man advantage for the Sharks. Edmonton with a 3-2 lead in the second period. To pass up the right wing, Connor Brown into the Sharks zone. Stops on the right side, gets a pass to the middle. He was looking for Janmark. It rolls towards Romanov, and the puck goes into the corner. Liljegren up against the boards, in behind the net to Wenberg. Wenberg up the right wing. Get to center ice. Give it to Liljegren. Will shoot it in. That rides up on the glass. Penalty just about done. It's in behind the net. Nurse around the boards and out.
Very
Bowman
good.
steps out.
Excellent kill from Edmonton. Really limited the opportunities.
Sharks 0 for 1 on the power play. Liljegren with a long wrist shot. Glove save made by Pickard. Hold on to that. With 2:30 to go here in the second, it's a 3-2 Oiler lead.
And we do have an update on Leon Draisaitl. He is doubtful to return. That's what we're being told. Leon is now out for the remainder of the game.
Oh.
Okay.
Well.
There we go. That's what we're being informed.
Okay. Face off to the left of
And
Calvin.
I don't think we're surprised given how he left and when he did. So some other guy's going to have to step up here. That looked offside to me. It is.
It was. Sharks will have to clear the zone. Wallman on the right wing for Henrique. Up the right wing side to Hyman. In over the line to Henrique. Pushed it towards the net. And it's stopped by Romanov. He'll cover it.
Again, there's lots of experience on this team. And there's several other players, and we've seen a couple of them score tonight. Arvidsson and Jeff Skinner. Those guys were brought in to be, the two-thirds of the second line, and they both started to get going of late here. And in fairness to Jeff Skinner, I think since basically the new year, he's played pretty well for Edmonton.
On the right wing, Corey Perry. Pass hit a leg. Gregor will get it to center ice to a stop chuck. He'll dump it in, go after it in the right corner of the Edmonton zone. Up the right wing, but there was Perry. Only got it to the line where Gregor will keep it in. Rims to a stop chuck in behind the net to the right wing corner. Back to the point to Ferraro. Throws it across the line. Carlson shot and a save made by Pickard as Goodrow is looking to tip it and may have. But Pickard made the save. Minute 48 to go here in the second. 3-2 Edmonton leads.
One thing that needs to happen here with Edmonton is they got to manage the puck effectively. Don't turn pucks over. That time they had possession in the D zone. If you don't have a play, get it off the glass and out. Don't give them any secondary scoring chances.
Face off to the right of Pickard. Nugent Hopkins taking the draw against Wenberg. Nugent Hopkins wins the draw to Stetcher, high in the air and out. Into the skates of Thompson, and he got it to the line. Oilers are offside, and they tag up. Ferraro forced back by Podkolzin, goes behind his net, reverses the puck to Thompson. Up the right wing, got it out. Wenberg now into the Edmonton zone on the left to Lund. Throws it in behind the Edmonton net. We'll go to the right wing. Thompson in from the point, right wing corner for Eklund. Right wing to Lund. Wanted to get it low. Getting in front with Stetcher. Will bring it out for Edmonton. It's Stetcher to center ice. In over the line to Arvidsson down the left wing. Goes to the left wing corner to the point. Nugent Hopkins over to Podkolzin, and he fanned on the one-timer. We're in the last minute here in the second. 3-2 Oilers lead.
Well, that whole sequence started from an excellent read and react from the Oilers' Troy Stetcher, and then he was a one-man transitional breakout.
Vlasic on the right wing for Smith. Now on the left to Toffoli, and he'll crank it around the boards to the right wing. Nurse behind the net to Emberson. Pokes it to the left side, broken up by Smith of the Sharks. Behind the goal for Celebrini. Comes over to the right wing. 28 seconds to go in the period to Smith. He gets tied up. Janmark with the loose puck, but Celebrini on him. To the left wing side, it goes in behind the net. Ty Emberson out from behind it, up the right wing to Connor Brown. Brown will get it out. 12 seconds to go here in the second. 3-2, Oilers lead. Vlasic to Thrun, the right wing to Celebrini. Only to the Edmonton line. Nurse will go in behind the net. Come up the right wing, period will end. And the Edmonton Oilers will have a 3-2 lead after 40 minutes of play. Leon Draisaitl going to the dressing room during that second period and not returning in this game. So not good news for the Edmonton Oilers in that regard. The good news is they're up 3-2 after 40 minutes. Jeff Skinner had the go-ahead goal. That was from Evan Bouchard at 14:57 of this second period. So Skinner with a goal and an assist in this one so far. Evan Bouchard's got a couple of assists. And the Edmonton Oilers, goals by Connor Brown, Victor Arvidsson, and Jeff Skinner. For San Jose, it's been Jack Thompson and Tyler Toffoli. And that's got us to where we are right now. 3-2, Oilers lead the Sharks after 40 minutes of play. Bryn Griffiths, Rob Brown, they're standing by. They got the second intermission for you when we come back. From the SAP Center in San Jose, it's Ford Dealers NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
Downsizing, upsizing, or staging your home to sell? Sentinel Storage is Edmonton's team for affordable storage solutions. Try 4 weeks free. Details at sentinelstorage.ca. Sentinel Storage, proud fan of the Edmonton Oilers.
RS Breakers and Controls, Canada's leader in new, used, tested, and obsolete circuit breakers, MCC buckets, bus plugs, and switches. They have everything you need to maintain your aging electrical infrastructure, ensuring it operates as good as new. Their 24/7 emergency response gets you back up and running quickly, saving valuable time and money. Minimal generators or modifications needed, and like-for-like replacements mean no special inspections. Don't replace, repair your legacy equipment with RS. Visit rsbreakers.com.
And there they go! To Sentinel Storage, they unload the snowblower, grab the lawnmower, snowblowers, a lawnmower, they shoot, we store!
Need extra space? Store your winter gear at Sentinel Storage. Try 4 weeks free. Details at sentinel.ca. Proud fan of the Edmonton Oilers.
At the intermission, brought to you by End of the Row Flooring Centers. Let's get flooring.
Off the draw, puck to the point. Bouchard will snap it towards the net. Scores! That was redirected. Skinner was in front of the net. Janmark was there too, and the Oilers have a 3-2 lead. It looks like Jeff Skinner, the goal scorer.
That's why you put it to the net.
Absolutely, and that's our Highlight Zone brought to you by Century Casinos. All in, all games, all season. Century Casinos with 3 great locations in Edmonton, St. Albert, and right next door to the Edmonton International Airport. Welcome to the Winner's Zone. That one, Bouchard just putting it toward the net. Off the leg of Jeff Skinner, his 15th of the season. That gives the Oilers a 3-2 lead through 40 minutes of play. But I don't think anybody's talking about that. They're talking about what happened to Leon. Went to the locker room at about the midway point of that period. Did not return. Will not be returning in the third period is the reports we're getting out of the Oilers locker room. Brownie, do you want to go there first? I know we don't like to speculate on injuries. And you know what? When you're watching television, sometimes they're able to pick it up. Sometimes they're not. Do you have any idea of what might have happened there?
I think it might be a cumulative amount of things that happened. It looked like he was in discomfort a few different times throughout the first 35, 36 minutes of the game that he played. You could just see the look on his face a couple times that, something just feels a little bit off. And eventually it goes one of two ways. The tweak, he goes away and you don't notice it anymore. It just kind of stretches itself out. Or it gets to a point where you're like, ooh, okay, you know what? I might want to take the rest of this night off because I know what happens if I push this. And I think the one thing that you'd be a little worrisome for if you're an Oiler fan is if this is the same thing that he had just come back from. If that's the case, then it becomes more of a little bit of, I don't know if the word's chronic or it lingering. I think that's a better word, something that's lingering. And you don't want a lingering problem going into a playoff run. We know how
especially if it's core. You know how tough core injuries are. You've talked about high ankle sprains and core injuries and that kind of thing. So you hope it's nothing like that.
Well, I have no idea what part of his body, but anything lingering. It just, the reason you have it is because whether it's a hamstring, a groin, a neck problem, shoulder, anything that you have, it's from overuse and overwork, and you tweak it once, and then you're just always using it. And the only way that you can eventually get rid of it is you completely shut it down. And that's what we see with Connor McDavid right now. He tweaks something, so they're like, okay, we're shutting you down. We're going to wait till you're healthy. They saw with Ekholm. He had something wrong. He took some rest. He missed 6 games, comes back. The first game looked fantastic. He was awesome. Best game of the season for him. But then eventually he tweaked again. So he wasn't completely healed. And with the playoffs coming up here in just over 2 weeks' time, you don't want to be entering a stretch that you're going to have 2 months of playing every second night against only good teams. The physicality is ramped up. You don't want to have something lingering. So if this is an injury for Leon Draisaitl that is the same that he had just missed games for, now you're like, okay, you know what? We got to make this right. I don't care if we come in second. I don't care if we come in third. I don't even care if we come in a wild card. We need a healthy Connor. We need a healthy Ekholm. And we certainly need a healthy Leon Draisaitl. So we'll see more probably over the next 24 hours when they announce. But no, not a good sign when you see Leon leaving after just coming back from an injury.
Let's talk about the positive stuff about Arvidsson getting the power play goal. You get a goal by Jeff Skinner, who went to the front of the net, and the Oilers were having a little bit of trouble getting to the front of the net at that point of the period. They get the 3-2 lead, but it's important to see those guys starting to step up and find their way onto the score sheet.
Well, it's been a weird season for both of them. Skinner came in and just found himself in the doghouse, and things didn't go right. And even when he started playing better in January, February, never really found his footing with the coaching staff. Injuries have allowed Jeff Skinner to stay in the lineup on a consistent basis, and he's produced. And he's produced on whichever line he's bid on. He's made a bid to be in the lineup on Game 83 and certainly deserves it from what we've seen. Arvidsson is, on the other hand, he's been given every opportunity. He's been in the top six almost the entire season. A little stretch where he was injured, yet the puck wasn't finding the back of the net. It is now. So two guys that were signed to probably be 25 to 35 goal scorers. Didn't have it early, but if you're going to find your goal-scoring touch, find it down the playoff stretch and into the playoffs. So, yes, good signs for the Oilers that both Skinner and Arvidsson are finding the back of the net.
Hey, on the pregame show, we talked about Tyler Toffoli. You got to watch this guy. He's at 28 goals already this season. He's usually hovering between 25 and 30. But, man, you give him a great opportunity. Like you got in that period, he's going to put it in almost every time. And a nice pass over from Celebrini, too, to tie up the game at 2.
That was a pretty goal. It was a really pretty goal right from the start. Now, Evan Bouchard got caught turning the wrong way and allowed the pass to go through to Toffoli. You can't allow that to a player like Toffoli. He knows how to score, and he's been doing it for years. I think it's very smart of the San Jose Sharks having a veteran like Toffoli, a veteran goal scorer, playing with a couple skilled young kids. Gives them confidence that when they make a good play, it finds the back of the net. Nice play by Celebrini. That's nice hands. That's not an easy pass to make. It was Toffoli. He just scores, and that's not a bad thing to have on your resume. What do you do for a living? I score, and Toffoli does again.
Yep. Hey, you're hired. Hey, you called it. You said the Oilers had to get over 15 shots that period to kind of take control of this thing. They outshot the Sharks in that period 17-9, and they outshoot through 2 periods of play 28-22. So the third period, more of the same. Just keep working hard, keep getting the puck to the front of the net, and hope for good stuff. The other thing, too, I was worried about the Sharks. They're kind of playing with house money here, right? They got nothing to lose. But if the Oilers get the next goal, it's probably, I don't know, we'll see whether or not they lose a little of their oomph. But third period coming up, right?
Well, the longer the game stays close, the more interest the Sharks will have. They're a skilled team. They can put the puck in the back of the net when given opportunity, and we saw that twice tonight. The Oilers have to play a good defensive game. This is a great opportunity for the Oilers to prepare for the playoffs. At some point in the playoffs, they're going to go into the third period with a 1-goal lead. Learn how to close those out. Now, San Jose isn't LA or Vegas or Colorado or Dallas or any of those teams, but practice makes perfect. Go out and do all the right things against the team you should beat. And at the end of the night, you should find 2 points.
Okay, Rob, thanks. We'll talk to you coming up on the postgame show. Appreciate it. Oilers leading 3-2 after 2 periods of play. At the Intermission is brought to you by End of the Roll Flooring Centers. Let's Get Flooring. This is your Ford dealers, NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
Stay connected with your community and enjoy the latest updates and exclusive access to concerts and events by becoming an 880 Ched Insider. Don't miss out on a single moment. Sign up now at 880ched.com and click on Ched Insider Newsletter to become a vital part of Edmonton's premier news and talk community. 880 Ched, Edmonton's news, today's talk, where Edmonton stays informed and entertained today and every day.
Real Canadian Superstore has more ways to save than any other major grocer. Check out their weekly flyer for PC Optimum offers, deals on club size, no name, and all always low-priced everyday items. Visit in-store to find everything from fashion and home decor to toys and electronics. And don't forget their new Fresh Promise on produce. If your produce isn't fresh, they'll replace it and refund it. There are so many ways to save at Real Canadian Superstore. See their flyer for details.
Over the last decade, the world of work has changed dramatically. It's a change that can cause a disconnect between a company and its employees. But a partnership with Aon can help by making decisions that create a more flexible, engaged, and resilient workforce. Aon's experience and expertise, global understanding, and advanced analytics ensure that every client is better informed and better advised so that they can make better decisions. Whatever the next decade brings, Aon is in the business of better decisions.
With Global News, I'm Thomas Dias. The company building the Valley Line West LRT says drivers can expect an 8-week total closure of Stony Plain Road at 124th Street starting in about 3 weeks. Marigold says Stony Plain Road will also close at 156th Street for 12 weeks in 2 6-week stages expected to begin April 21st. Police say extra charges have been laid against a man who once worked as a massage therapist in Central Edmonton. Last December, 42-year-old Kristen Cabelin was charged with 1 count of sexual assault, and police say he's now facing 2 more counts of sexual assault after additional complainants came forward. The organizers of the Freedom Convoy rally in Ottawa to protest COVID-19 mandates, Tamara Leach and Chris Barber, have both been found guilty of mischief. An Ontario judge says evidence shows the pair routinely encouraged people to continue to stay at and join in the protest, despite knowing the effect it was having on residents and businesses. And Alberta has reached a new deal with more than 30,000 nurses after months of bargaining. The United Nurses of Alberta say the deal will see the nurses get pay increases of about 20% by 2028. News on demand at 880ched.com.
Farmer, spring will be here before you know it. Get ready with the all-new Claas Zerion 12 Series tractor. With a CTV transmission for smooth operation, a powerful 140-gallon per minute hydraulic system, and unmatched visibility, it's built to handle your toughest jobs. Plus, with industry-leading fuel efficiency, ride quality, and comfort, the Zerion 12 Series keeps you going strong all day long. Don't wait. Secure yours today. Visit your local Claas dealer or claas.com. Claas, made for more.
OilCountry, the ultimate Oilers watch party happens all season long. Attend Molson Canadian Oilers game day live throughout the season for your chance to win 2025-26 Edmonton Oilers season seats. Be there for the next game day live flight night for your chance to win a trip for 2 to watch the Oilers play in San Jose. Join them April 7th at First Round West Edmonton Mall. For the full event schedule and to RSVP to the ultimate Oilers watch party, visit OilersGameDayLive.com.
The early bird deadline is only 1 week away. In Stollery Children's Hospital Foundation Mike D. Millions Lottery. Experience freedom with the Cadillac Escalade and Cayman Islands early bird prize, or take $175,000 cash and be in to win the $2.7 million grand prize with a Burkholdt show home overlooking the Saskatchewan River, plus $100 grand. Hurry, early bird deadline is only 1 week away. Buy now at MikeDMillionsLottery.com.
At the Intermission, brought to you by End of the Row Flooring Centers. Let's get flooring.
Oilers lead San Jose 3-2 after 2 periods of play. Let's take a look at what's going on around the rest of the league. The out-of-town scoreboard is brought to you by Pizza 73, the official pizza of the Edmonton Oilers. One other game being played right now. They are late in the third period. There's about 5 minutes to go. How about the Winnipeg Jets going into Vegas? They have a 3-0 lead on the Golden Knights. Eric Comrie is the starting netminder tonight for the Winnipeg Jets in that one, so we'll watch that one very carefully, because that may potentially change the look of the Pacific again. We'll get to that later. That's post-game show stuff. Let's take a look at what's happening around the league. Boston in Montreal losing 4-1 tonight. Brendan Gallagher with 1 goal and 1 assist to help Montreal to that 4-1 victory. The Habs now are holding down the second wildcard spot in the East with 81 points. Ottawa winning tonight, 2-1 over Tampa Bay Lightning. Linus Ullmark with 31 saves to pick up the victory. Ottawa holds down the first wildcard spot with 86 points in that Eastern Conference. It was all Colorado in Columbus, 7-3 tonight. Cale Makar with 1 goal and 2 helpers. Nathan McKinnon, 1 goal and 2 helpers. And Charlie Coyle, 1 goal, 2 helpers. So 7-3 tonight for Colorado. Dallas got a 28-save effort from Jake Ottinger tonight. He picks up the win, so it was 5-1 Dallas over Nashville. Dallas now 2 back of Winnipeg, both of them fighting it out for top spot in the West. However, we see that Winnipeg is probably going to win that game tonight. We'll see. In overtime, St. Louis have won their 11th game in a row. They're the hottest team in the league right now. Robert Thomas with the game-winning goal in overtime. He also had 1 assist, and Jake Neighbors had 2 goals in that one. How about St. Louis just flying? Darcy Kemper with 28 saves with the win. L.A. knocking off the hockey club in Utah 4-2. And in Calgary, it was a 4-1 victory for the Flames. Blake Coleman with 2 goals, Nazem Kadri with 1 goal, and Dustin Wolf picking up 26 saves for the win in that one. And like we said, that's what's been going on around the NHL tonight on the Out-of-Town Scoreboard, brought to you by Pizza 73, the official pizza of the Edmonton Oilers. The third period without Leon is coming up next. At the intermission, brought to you by End of the Roll Flooring Centers. Let's get flooring. This is your Ford Dealers NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
At the intermission has been brought to you by End of the Roll Flooring Centers. Let's get flooring.
MIC is a leader in medical imaging and the official medical imaging provider to the Edmonton Oilers. Make MIC your choice. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, the game doesn't stop for injury. MIC's sports medicine imaging specialists can help you get back in the game with a timely and expert diagnosis. Go where the pros go. For a location near you, visit mic.ca.
End of the Roll Flooring Centers is not only Canadian owned and operated, but we've been your go-to flooring center since 1986. The reason is simple. We make your flooring project easier. Rather than a tiny sample, upload a photo of your room at endoftheroll.com and instantly see what your dream flooring looks like in your house. Thousands of styles just clicks away. End of the Roll Flooring Centers. We've been flooring Canadians for 4 decades. Visit endoftheroll.com.
12870 St. Albert Trail and now open at 580 Parsons Road Southwest.
Hey folks, Paul Brandt here. Around these parts, we work hard, play hard, and we demand the best. Sometimes you need a truck that's a cut above. The Ford Super Duty. Tough enough for any job with the style and luxury you deserve. It's as powerful as it is refined, with cutting-edge features that make every drive a pleasure. In short, this ain't your everyday pickup. The Ford Super Duty. Drive the finest truck Alberta has to offer today at your Alberta Ford dealer. And tell them PV sent you.
All games, all seasons. You're listening to the Oilers Radio Network.
Here at the SAP Center in San Jose, 3-2, Oilers lead the Sharks. We're getting ready for the third period of play as Nugent Hopkins out there with Podkolzin and Arvidsson. Kulak and Emberson on defense. Celebrini's taking the draw for the Sharks. Toffoli and Smith with them up front. Liljegren and Ferraro on the back end. The puck goes to Ferraro. Up the left wing for Toffoli, and that hits his stick, goes right into the Sharks bench. Just 7 seconds into this third period. This is the second game of a 4-game swing. Oilers in L.A. Saturday afternoon and then Monday night in Anaheim. We started it off with a 3-2 win in Vegas a couple of nights ago. And the puck in the Oilers zone. Kulak up the left wing. Got it out to center ice. Liljegren played it to the Edmonton line. Arvidsson steers it in, and Liljegren's got to go in behind his net. On the right wing to Celebrini. Now to Ferraro up to center ice to Smith. Into the Oilers zone. Throws it across. It's broken up, and Podkolzin can get it out.
Just a quick update here. Draisaitl not out for the third period. And, upon further review, multiple camera angles, I think it's an oblique issue or a core issue. I don't know if it's an oblique, but I think it might be a core issue for Leon. Just didn't look like it was a lower body as he was going off.
It's in behind the Sharks goal. Liljegren, left corner to Thrun, up the left wing to center. Eklund comes into the Oilers zone, now down the right side. A backhand that goes off his stick. Pickard covered it up, but he got bumped on the play as Cam Lund had come through there. ran into Calvin Pickard.
Guys thought maybe there should have been a penalty again. So my guess, and it's just, I don't think it's lower body. I mean, he did step on the puck one time, but it was when the skates got clicked.
Yeah.
Remember, and he thought there should have been a penalty. I wondered if that was it.
But that was in the first period.
Yeah, you know, there was 3 separate scenarios, and you know this. He's so tough that you're concerned when he's out because he plays through pretty much everything.
True enough. As Nurse will put it off the right wing boards, get it out. Run inside his blue line for the Sharks. Up to Eklund. Eklund for Lund. Still in the neutral zone. Across to Eklund. And he's into the Oiler end left corner, but Stetcher's right on him. Henrique there too. Puck goes to Wenberg. Back to the point. Shot by Vlasic. Wide of the Edmonton goal. Perry into the middle where he finds Troy Stetcher up the left wing for Henrique. He's into the Shark zone, off the left wing boards. Romanov out of his net. Left wing to Lund. 3-2 Oilers lead. We're here in the third as Lund to center and shoots it in. Goes in behind the Edmonton goal. It's up against the boards as Bouchard tried to dig it out of some skates. Delandria is in there for San Jose. Henrique on the right wing. To the top of the circle, now to the middle of the ice for Jake Wallman. Now on the right wing for Brown. Comes he into the Shark zone for Janmark. Trying to go to the middle. Goes off the end of his stick to the right side. Poked up near the blue line. Brett Kulak will keep it in. Off the left corner boards. It goes in behind the San Jose net. Janmark on the end. To Brown. His pass to the blue line. Didn't have a whole lot on it. And Grunstrom will get to center ice for the Sharks. And they'll dump it in. 2.5 gone here in the third. 3-2. Edmonton leads. Puck inside Edmonton territory. Grunstrom on the left wing. Around to the right wing point where Liljegren put it in behind the net. And Stopchuk had to go off his stick. And Kulak will get it to Brown. Now through the middle. Matthias Janmark rolls it into the Shark zone. Ferraro over to Liljegren. Through the middle, directed in by Goodrow. Pickard stopped it, got it up the boards, but it hits Goodrow. He'll center that, and that's broken up by Emberson on the left wing for Hyman. He'll push it into the Shark zone to the left corner. Gregor goes in behind the net, ran into traffic. It goes to the side of the goal. Gregor will get it on the backhand and get it out. Knocked down by Stetcher. Stetcher through the middle for Kapanen. Comes into the Sharks end left side. The shot saved by Romanov on a quick shot by Kasperi Kapanen. The puck cleared by Gregor.
Love that play from Kapanen. He didn't try to force a pass through, just let her rip.
Kapanen will shoot it into Sharks territory, goes after it in behind the net with Liljegren on him. Back to the blue line. Stetcher fakes the shot, holds on, gets it across to Nurse. Now over to Stetcher. Stetcher crisscrosses with Nurse. To Nurse on the right wing. Goes to the right wing corner. Stops, pulls it out of the corner. It passed to the middle, and Kapanen chopped it wide of the net. Puck flipped up to the line and out. Stetcher to Nurse. Floated in on goal, gloved by Romanov, and he'll hold on as we've played 4 minutes, 6 seconds of the third period. 3-2 Oilers lead. Face off in the Shark zone to the right of Georgi Romanov. Romanov signed by the Sharks in 23. Nugent Hopkins will take this face-off against Celebrini. Celebrini has an assist in this game. Nugent Hopkins out of the face-off circle. Vasily Podkolzin will come in. Wins the draw. Arvidsson shot. Glove saved by Romanov as Arvidsson wasted no time putting that on net. He's got a goal in this game, his 13th of the year. So Nugent Hopkins into the face-off circle with Celebrini. Great to have you on board wherever you are along the Oilers radio network this evening. Puck to the corner. Vlasic out to center ice with it. Wallman across to Arvidsson into the Shark zone to Podkolzin down the left wing in front to Arvidsson. Couldn't get a shot through. The puck at the top of the circles. Will Smith will get it out. Up to Tyler Toffoli. He'll dump it in. The right wing corner is Bouchard. Got Celebrini on him. Bouchard knocked Celebrini to the ice. Puck's underneath him. He gets back up. To Foley on the left wing, back to the line. Vlasic over to Thron. A shot wide of the Edmonton net. Vlasic into the slot off the stick of Celebrini. Now Celebrini will get it on the right wing. To the blue line in the middle for Thron. Down the left wing. Vlasic in front. Oh, that just went wide. It banked off a skate and just missed. And up the right wing. Arvidsson to center ice. He'll dump it in. The Sharks came that close to tying it.
It's the second time they've gone for that bank play in tight. Both times they should have scored. Oilers have been a little bit lucky there.
Thompson at his own blue line for the Sharks to Vlasic up the left wing. Off of Eklund and in. Pickard to play it. The left wing to Janmark, got it out to Jeff Skinner. Comes into the Sharks zone. Stops top of the circle, left wing, back to the line. Hammered on net and blockered away by Romanov on that shot by Kulak. Kulak has it left point. He'll let it go, and it went off of Wenberg and wide. The right wing corner is Janmark to the top of the circle for Connor Brown. Behind the net to Jeff Skinner. Skinner over to the left wing. That gets poked off his stick. He's trying to recover it, though. It's cleared off the glass and out by Carlson.
Skinner's had a real good game tonight for Edmonton. He's got a goal on a deflection. He helped create another goal on a great setup for Brown on a breakaway. He's won a lot of puck battles out there as well.
Puck dumped into the Shark zone, and Ferraro, right wing for Liljegren, and he will get it to the line. That's not going to get out. It's kept in. Henrique on the left for Perry in the corner. Goes in behind the net to the right. Perry almost worked that thing back out front, but Graff will come up the center ice for the Sharks across. On the right, Delandria forced into the corner by Nurse. Good defensive play. And the puck up against the boards. Perry inside his own end. Swing it to the middle to Stetcher. Center ice, he shoots it in. Hits those corner boards. The puck gets into the corner. Liljegren up to the line and out. 3-2, Oilers lead. 6:45 gone here in the third period. Nurse out through the middle of the ice. At center, dumps it in, goes off of Vlasic. Jones will get to it. Jones put it off the outside of the goal. It's in behind the Sharks net. Thrun over to the left wing. To the top of the circle, kept in by Kapanen. Romanov to play it. To Vlasic on the right to Gregor. But Wallman was in from the blue line, so it stays in. Puck to the middle of the ice. Goodrow off the boards and out.
Jones has had a good period here as well. He's been moving his feet. He's created a couple turnovers from getting physically active.
Wallman in behind the Edmonton net. Up the right wing to Connor Brown. Across to Kapanen. Gets into the Shark zone. He'll stop up. He'll shoot it. He drilled Romanov right in the mask. The puck to the point. Kulak will let it go. That goes wide.
Again, twice Kapanen's gained the zone and let her rip. He's got a heavy shot. Love it.
Puck flipped in. It goes to Arvidsson, and he just pushed it wide of the net. To the middle. Celebrini to center ice for San Jose. Into the Edmonton zone. His pass across. Just missing Ferraro. And Podkolzin's out for Edmonton with Nugent Hopkins. Into the Shark zone. Down the left wing. Goes in behind the net. To the right side. His pass to the point off of Celebrini. And the puck is cleared out. And Kulak to Arvidsson. Into the Shark end. Now to Podkolzin. His shot. And that one was blocked. It hit Thompson. Smith will come down the left wing. Into the Oiler end. Dropping the puck to Eklund. Left wing corner. Went to bank it off of Pickard. Hit his pad. The puck on the left side. Henrique will get it out. To Arvidsson. Off the left wing. Boards it in. Thrun in behind his net to Wenberg. Wenberg up the left wing, and he just about lost it. Gets it back. Now comes through center. Into the Oiler end. Made a move at the blue line. Through the whole thing offside. We've played 8 minutes, 49 seconds of the third period. 3-2. Oilers lead the Sharks. We'll be right back from the SAP Center in San Jose. It's Ford Dealers NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
Score big with the unmatched purity of Clearwater Vodka, the perfect companion for Oilers fans. Crafted with the pristine waters of Alberta, it's a sip of local excellence. Clearwater Vodka, where the spirit of the game meets true Alberta quality. Must be 18 plus. Please drink responsibly.
Did you know the RCMP polices over 99% of Alberta's landscape? From the oil sands to the Rockies to the prairies, the RCMP has a province covered. Providing policing services to more than 1,700 communities and with over 150 career specializations, the Alberta RCMP has something to fit everyone's goals and lifestyles. Visit rcmpcareers.ca and take the next step towards your career with the Alberta RCMP. A message from the Government of Canada.
Legacy Heating and Cooling is the #1 heating and cooling company for people who want heating and cooling, because you'll save a bundle by bundling. Then you can use hot, cold, Come on, thermostat, do what you're told. Turn up the heat, turn up the cold to the vent, start pushing out tornadoes. Bundle my furnace with some AC. Gonna get a deal from Legacy. Oh yeah, save a bundle when you bundle your new furnace and AC from Legacy today. Plus no payments and no interest for 1 year. That's how you build your legacy. Legacy Heating and Cooling.
Score big with the unmatched purity of Clearwater Vodka, the perfect companion for Oilers fans. Crafted with the pristine waters of Alberta, it's a sip of local excellence. Clearwater Vodka, where the spirit of the game meets true Alberta quality. Must be 18 plus. Please drink responsibly.
Listen on air, online, and on the Radio Player Canada app.
This is the Oilers Radio Network.
Bob Stauffer in the Legacy Heating and Cooling broadcast booth. Legacy Heating and Cooling, home and no payments, no interest for 1 year. 3-2, Oilers lead. 8 minutes, 49 seconds gone here in the third period. Connor Brown, Victor Arvidsson, Jeff Skinner, they have scored for Edmonton. Jack Thompson and Tyler Toffoli have the goals for the Sharks. Face-off outside the Edmonton blue line. Nurse lost an edge, but got the puck over to Stetcher up the right wing, got it out now to Janmark into the Shark zone through the middle to the right side, and a shot, and that's off a stick and out of play as Jeff Skinner quickly put it towards the net.
Well, Jeff Skinner is one of the guys looking at Victor Arvidsson and Jeff Skinner have scored in this game. Arvidsson 3 games in a row. The Oilers without Connor McDavid coming into this one, and Trent Frederick. Frederick's close to return, and then Leon Draisaitl leaving the game midway through the second period. Here, some other guys got to be there, and Skinner's been one of the guys that's done that. So is Arvidsson.
Thrown off the left wing boards for the Sharks to get it out. It goes off of Bouchard right to Lund. Shot and a save made by Pickard. And the puck in the left wing corner. Wenberg had it poked off his stick. It'll go to Zach Hyman. He'll come flying out, get to center ice. Dump the puck in. It goes in behind the net. Hyman on the end boards. Squeezes loose to the right wing. Off the stick of Jones. To cap it in, looking for Hyman. It's just off of him. Lund. Carlson back to Lund. And Lund will loop back into his own end for Thrun. Thrun waits. Right side to Carlson, over to Thrun. You can hear the Oiler fans here at the SAP Center. Down the right wing, the pass to Gregor into the Edmonton zone for San Jose. Off the corner boards, it goes to the left side. Vlasic in from the blue line, behind the net.
Good takeout there from Emerson.
And a loose puck to Janmark. He'll get to the line. Gaudreau had kept it in. Puck to the middle of the ice. Jeff Skinner to the line and out with it. Thompson with it. Now inside his own zone for the Sharks to Vlasic. Now it's center ice to Gregor. He'll lift it in. Glove down by Ty Emberson. Over to Brett Kulak. Right wing, Janmark to Emberson. Still in his own end. Now to Kulak. Skips off his stick. Skinner comes back. Takes it in behind the Edmonton net. To the right corner for Emberson. Across to Kulak. Up the left wing to Nugent Hopkins. To Emberson. On the right to Podkolzin. Into the Shark zone to Arvidsson. Arvidsson had it knocked off his stick, but he'll get it back and come out of the Sharks end. Arvidsson to Nurse. Center ice line will dump it in. 9 minutes to go in the third. 3-2, Oilers lead. The puck inside the Shark zone, and Nurse in from the point. Goes in behind the net. Ferraro will rim it. Off of Arvidsson and out. To Foley at center ice. Gave it to Smith. Into the Oiler end. Across to Celebrini. Hopped over his stick. Comes out. Nugent Hopkins into the Shark zone. To Arvidsson. Over to Nugent Hopkins. To the middle. The shot by Stetcher. And a pad save by Romanov.
If Stetcher's a left-handed shot, that puck's in the net. That's a backhanded in tight.
Ferraro inside his own zone. Great chance for Edmonton. His pass goes awry, and it's into the left corner. Hyman to Perry in the right wing. In behind the net to Zach Hyman. Hyman out to Henry. Couldn't get a shot through. Puck back to the blue line. Woolman with a blast, and the save made by Romanov, and he held on to it. 8:08 to go in the third. 3-2. Oilers lead the Sharks. We'll be right back from the SAP Center in San Jose. It's Ford Dealers NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
Be a savvy Edmonton hotel shopper. Book through Edmonton'sBestHotels.com and receive up to $225 in cash rewards. There are over 55 member hotels to choose from, offering their best value rates. Edmonton'sBestHotels.com. Rewards with every booking.
All right, give me something big.
The Ford It's a Big Deal event is on.
Bigger.
Get a big truck and an even bigger deal.
Love it. Now the details.
Right now, lease a 2025 F-150 STX with the black appearance package from $220 bi-weekly at 0% APR for 24 months with $43.75 down. That's like $110 weekly.
Now bring it home.
Plus, there's a $750 bonus for eligible Ford owners. Hurry into your Alberta Ford store. Visit Ford.ca today.
When was the last time your electricity and natural gas provider made you feel like this? Low rates, no strings attached, year-round perks, and local energy experts who always have your back with Encore by Epcor. Find that carefree energy feeling at encore.epcor.com/carefree.
Customers are free to purchase natural gas or electricity services from a retailer of their choice. For a list of retailers, visit ucahelps.alberta.ca or call 310-4822 toll-free.
Be a savvy Edmonton hotel shopper. Book through Edmonton'sBestHotels.com and receive up to $225 in cash rewards. There are over 55 member hotels to choose from, offering their best value rates. Edmonton'sBestHotels.com. Rewards with every booking.
All games, all seasons. You're listening to the Oilers Radio Network.
Here at the SAP Center in San Jose, 3-2 Oilers lead. 8:08 to go in the third period. Cam Moon along with Bob Stauffer. Face off in the Shark zone to the right of Romanov. Henrique, Hyman, and Perry out there with Wallman and Bouchard for Edmonton. Delandria has taken the draw for the Sharks. Oilers without Leon Draisaitl left the game in the second period and is not coming back in this game. Get them lined up. Okay. They get it dropped. It goes to the right wing. Thrun off the boards and out. To center ice. Graf to Delandria into the Oiler end. Graf down the right wing. Hit shot, and it's saved by Pickard. Rebound got loose, and it's into the corner. Perry along the boards. Threw it cross ice. Carlson had kept it in. And now Grundstrom put it off the end boards, and it goes to the left wing. To Perry, cross ice to Bouchard, will skate onto it. Make a move in over the Shark line to the left wing. Brings it back to the blue line. Bouchard across, the one-timer kicked out, the rebound! Oh, Perry fanned on it as Romanov wasn't across yet. Kulak with that hard shot from the right point. Puck to the side of the goal. Hyman with a shot, that got blocked. Comes in front of the net and over to the left wing. Perry along the left wing boards to the Sharks end. To the blue line, Emberson, a shot off of Grundstrom, and it comes out. Emberson to Hyman. Roll it into the right wing corner of the Shark zone. Run off the boards, off the stick of Lund. Janmark will shoot it right back in. 6:52 to go in the third. 3-2, Oilers lead San Jose. Eklund into the Edmonton end. Whoa. Knocked off his stick. Lund will get it free. Out to the right wing corner for Wenberg. To the point, Ferraro trying to change the angle. Now comes down the left side, cross ice pass. He hit Jeff Skinner. Puck goes to Ferraro to the middle. The shot on! A glove save made by Pickard as Ferraro was trying to go top shelf. Pickard held on with 6:27 to go in the third, and Edmonton up 3-2.
Well, Ferraro's got great lateral movement, and he's been good in this game. He's created some stuff when he's activated offensively. And that time he walked the Oilers forward, Connor Brown, and then They got a good couple chances in and around the net, and Pickard fought it off. This after the Oilers got a ricochet that went right to a guy that knows how to score him. He's got over 400 in his career, but the puck was bobbling a bit on Corey Perry.
Liljegren on the right point, a shot glove save made by Pickard. He held on. Yeah, that thing was bouncing on Perry. Didn't get all of it. Face off to the left of Calvin Pickard. Shots now 36-26 for Edmonton. They've got a 3-2 lead. Nugent Hopkins wins the draw. Stetcher, right wing to Arvidsson, high in the air and out. It bounces at the San Jose blue line. Puck sent through center ice. Celebrini off the right wing boards into the Edmonton zone. Nurse will go back for it. Stop. It goes to the blue line. Liljegren will shoot it. A rising shot, gloved by Pickard. He'll hold on to it. We're going to take a break. We got 5:58 to go here in the third period. 3-2 Edmonton leads the San Jose Sharks. From the SAP Center in San Jose, it's Ford Dealers NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
Score big with the unmatched purity of Clearwater Vodka, the perfect companion for Oilers fans. Crafted with the pristine waters of Alberta, it's a sip of local excellence. Clearwater Vodka, where the spirit of the game meets true Alberta quality. Must be 18 plus. Please drink responsibly.
Play Alberta has hundreds of casino games right at your fingertips. Join thousands discovering why Fortune Coin is one of Alberta's most popular games. Fill your reels with golden coins. Multiply your prizes up to 6 times and turn good spins into legendary ones. Land the Fortune Coin symbol to win cash. Trigger the jackpot. Launch the free spins bonus and watch as the dragon takes over your screen. New players get 100 free spins only on playalberta.ca. Claim your offer today. If you gamble, use your game sense.
Tired of skyrocketing energy bills? Switch to clean, affordable power with Horizon Solar. Whether you want to cut costs, go green, or increase your home's value, Horizon Solar has you covered with tailored solar energy solutions. With current government incentives, there's never been a better time to make the switch. Own your power, control your bills, live sustainably. For your free assessment, call Horizon Solar today or visit horizonsolar.com to get started. Horizon Solar, where going green makes sense.
Score big with the unmatched purity of Clearwater Vodka, the perfect companion for Oilers fans. Crafted with the pristine waters of Alberta, it's a sip of local excellence. Clearwater Vodka, where the spirit of the game meets true Alberta quality. Must be 18 plus. Please drink responsibly.
Listen on air, online, and on the Radio Player Canada app.
This is the Oilers Radio Network.
3-2 Oilers lead. 5:58 to go in the third. Cam Moon along with Bob Stauffer. We're at the SAP Center in San Jose.
Adam Henrique's at like 70% in the face-off circle in this game.
Face off to the left of Pickard. Puck goes to the right wing point. Ferraro to the right side. Got the puck into the corner, went off at Foley. As it comes free, Wallman will get it out over the stick of Janmark all the way down the ice. And that's icing against Edmonton. Janmark added, he was given an assist on that Oilers' third goal. So it's Jeff Skinner from Evan Bouchard and Matthias Janmark. That was at 14:57 in the second.
Draisaitl not being able to finish this game, no Connor McDavid, no Matthias Ekholm. You know, the Oilers got a deeper team than a lot of the other teams in the leagues, and some other guys with a chance to step up, and Janmark's one of those guys.
Puck to the line. Ferraro's shot off the stick as Smith goes into the corner. Smith up against the boards. Henrique had him pinned. Brown got it loose. Wallman to Bouchard to the middle of the ice to Connor Brown. And he'll come out through center, now down the left wing. Into the Sharks' end. Stops left wing corner. Cross to the right. Liljegren will get it up in the air. A bouncing puck. Comes out to the neutral zone. To Matthias Janmark. Oilers will make a change as Janmark comes down the left wing. Into the Sharks' end. Threw it towards the net. Off the stick of Romanov. The puck in the left wing corner. London behind the goal. Jam it over to the left side. Kulak in from the blue line. He'll keep it in for the Oilers. Behind the net to Zach Hyman. To the right wing. Into the right corner, but off the skate of Kapanen. Goes behind the net. Jones will take a hit to Kapanen on the left wing. Tapping into the blue line to Kulak. A wrist shot doesn't get through. The puck sent to the line off of Kulak and out. 4.5 to go in the third. 3-2 Oilers lead here in San Jose. Eklund into the Edmonton zone to Lund. He'll shoot it in behind the net. Kulak to Emberson, right corner. The right wing boards for Hyman, and he made sure that it got out.
Battle there. Puck was in a tough spot for him.
Wenberg to the Edmonton zone on the right wing. For Eklund back to the blue line. Thompson across. Carlson. He was looking for Eklund. Went off an Edmonton stick. And Podkolzin can come down the left side. And over the Shark line for Nugent Hopkins. Nugent Hopkins shot. And that's off the shoulder of Romanov. He tried to go short side upstairs. The puck in the left wing corner. Nugent Hopkins behind the net. Around to the right wing point for Stetcher. For Nugent Hopkins. Top of the circle. For Podkolzin to Arvidsson to the right wing corner. Forced up the boards. Cycles to Podkolzin to Arvidsson. Didn't get a lot on it. Stick saved by Romanov. Puck sent off the boards and out. As Thompson got it out of the zone. Nurse with it inside his own end. We're up to 3:10 left here in the third. 3-2 Oilers lead. Henrique to center ice. He'll shoot it in. It goes in behind the Sharks goal. Romanov to rim it. Perry was there for the Oilers. Gets to the corner. Thrown up the right wing to Graf. Cross ice for Delandre into the Oiler end. A shot off the glove of Pickard. Puck goes to the right wing. Rundstrom was pushed off of it by Henrique. And the puck cleared out by Hyman. It'll be icing against Edmonton with 2:45 to go in the third. And the Oilers up 3-2.
That was a great stick by Henrique. And then the Oilers a little bit unlucky as Hyman couldn't pick it up cleanly. Nugent Hopkins made the right decision. Shoot the puck short side instead of passing it backwards. Sometimes you start to feel the other team's transition. So look at this.
Goaltender to the bench with 2:45 to go in the third. So 6-on-5.
Henrique's got to stay in here and not get waved out. The Oilers don't have an extra center on the ice.
Sharks net empty. Face off to the right of Pickard. Henrique wins the draw. Bouchard will flip it out. That's going to go up on end. And icing waved off. Liljegren made it look like he couldn't get that.
The out-turn draw going there. Let me tell you,
like
great weight from Bouchard.
Liljegren looked like he was skating on a treadmill. Puck rimmed inside the Edmonton zone. Toffoli to the middle. Bouchard to the line. That hopped out. After it is Skinner, but Liljegren got to it first. To center ice to Wenberg. Will bring the puck in on the left wing. To the left wing corner. Now with the hash marks. To the blue line. To Smith. A shot. And that's off a stick. Goes to the right side. Into the right wing corner, Celebrini. Pass to the middle of the ice, and Bouchard read it well. To Jeff Skinner. He's got an empty net. Skinner, the shot off the outside of the post. And the puck comes out to center ice. Sharks still alive. With 1:45 to go in the third. Edmonton up 3-2. Liljegren out of his own end. Through the middle. Off into Foley's stick. It goes in behind the Edmonton net. Kulak up the left side to Nugent Hopkins. It got to the blue line. That's it. It's kept in. Celebrini behind the net to Toffoli. Now over to the right to Smith. He's in the right wing corner. Smith along the boards to Toffoli. To Celebrini, left wing corner in the Edmonton zone to the middle. And that pass goes off the leg of Carlson and it came out. Wenberg at center ice will shoot it in. Puck goes to the left wing corner. Nurse on the end boards to Kulak. Puck comes free on the left wing. Last minute here in the third. Oilers up 3-2 on the Sharks. Puck rolled towards the net. It comes across. Oh, what a save by Pickard! And the puck on the left wing to the line. The shot by Carlson off a stick and wide. And Calvin Pickard covers it up. What a stop by Calvin Pickard. And now everybody gathering in behind the Edmonton net.
Well, game saver there from Calvin Pickard after Jeff Skinner. He's had a real good game. Just doinked the outside of the post with an empty net attempt.
What a chance for Graff, and Pickard absolutely stoned him at the side of the net.
So surely a timeout here from San Jose.
And that's exactly what it will be. 47 seconds left to go in the third. The Edmonton Oilers are up 3-2. Connor Brown, Victor Arvidsson, Jeff Skinner, they've scored for Edmonton in this game. Jack Thompson, Tyler Toffoli, they have the goals for the Sharks.
Oilers have won 60% of the draws in this game. Henrique is 13-6. You know he's going to be on the ice. Nugent Hopkins over 552%. And they have taken 42 of the 60 draws in this game. I'm certain Edmonton's going to have those two players out there. Probably Henrique, the first man, to step in and take the draw. And then Nugent Hopkins will be the backup, maybe with Janmark at forward. Wallman and Nurse on defense.
All right. Face off to the right of Pickard. 47 seconds left. 3-2. Oilers lead the San Jose Sharks. Henrique in the face-off circle with Celebrini. Puck gets caught up in skates. Eklund back to the point. To Liljegren, now to Celebrini on the left side. Goes to the corner. Back to the blue line. Liljegren pulls it off the boards. Across. Celebrini, a shot. And that's off the stick of Nurse, and it's out of play. 31 seconds left. Oilers up by one.
They sort of set up a good picket fence there, did San Jose, and picked off the Oilers and created time and space for a point shot.
Henrique against Celebrini, this time to the left of Pickard. Henrique wins it. And Wallman couldn't get it out. Smith keeps it in. Cross-ice pass off of Wallman. It comes up to the blue line and into the Oiler benches. Janmark was just about to get that out of the zone.
Well, he's got 2 goals this year, and one was an empty netter in Calgary. When the Oilers won that game, Draisaitl had 3 points, and they won 4-2 in Calgary.
Face off to the right of Pickard.
On a night in which they didn't have Connor McDavid.
Henrique to take the draw against Celebrini. Puck to the point. Liljegren. Left wing to Wenberg. Back to Liljegren. Left point. Brings it to the middle. Across to Celebrini on the right side. A shot. Now one blocked off the stick of Nugent Hopkins. Nurse will clear it out with 8 seconds left to go in the third. Dumped in by Wenberg. Goes to the right wing board. Celebrini to the corner to Smith. Through the middle. That'll get out of the zone. The Edmonton Oilers hang on. And it's a 3-2 victory against the San Jose Sharks. And the Oilers have won 3 straight.
Got to find different ways to win, especially when you're down a couple of the best players on the planet. And they just did that tonight.
The Edmonton Oilers had an opportunity with the empty net. And Jeff Skinner put it off the outside of the post. Sharks had a few chances. Really big save by Calvin Pickard in the last minute of play. And Edmonton wins it 3-2.
It was by no means a Picasso. It didn't have to be. You had to find a way to win. They won. And they overcame some things tonight.
Yeah, Leon Draisaitl injured in the second period. Didn't return. And the Oilers get the win here tonight over the Sharks. They beat them 3-2 both times they played them. December 21st, that was in overtime. This one in regulation.
Edmonton had a real good second period in this game. It's got to be stated. And that was part of the equation. I mean, they outshot them 17-9 in the second period. It was a fairly even hockey game.
Yeah.
And there were some good saves from
both goalies.
Georgi Romanov made some stops.
Yep. Connor Brown, Victor Arvidsson, Jeff Skinner scoring for Edmonton. Jack Thompson, Tyler Toffoli, the goal scorers for the Sharks. Sharks have dropped 4 in a row, one by way of shootout, but the Edmonton Oilers with 3 straight victories. 3 straight victories, all by a 3-2 margin. Overtime against Calgary. And we have Jeff Skinner downstairs, Cam Moon, Bob Stauffer upstairs. Jeff, what do you think of this game tonight?
Are we on right now?
We're on. Yeah,
Oh, sorry.
That's
No
all right.
problem. Just got the headset.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I would like to execute a little better, but obviously we got the result. I think Picks played great for us, made some big saves for, especially down the stretch there, and it's nice to get the win.
Jeff, this is the most experienced team in the National Hockey League, and you have a lot of good players, and which is not to say there's any way you can underscore losing, not having Connor McDavid or not having Leon Draisaitl. They're the top scoring players in the league over the last decade. But it's just a situation where I know it sounds sort of trite, but other guys have to step up in those situations, don't they, when you don't have those two big horses?
Yeah, for sure. I think, like you said, we got a lot of guys that have been around a long time, so I think everyone's aware of how big a part of the team those guys are, and how we have to kind of come together and fill the whole as a sort of by committee. So I think guys have been doing a good job stepping up. Obviously, we're going to need to continue to do it and keep working together to get the results we want.
Jeff, you're a 6-time 30-goal scorer. Over the last 5 years, you're top 8 in the NHL in even-strength goals. It didn't, I think you'd be the first to admit, maybe it didn't go well for you in the first couple months. I think we can all agree you've played a lot better since January. Are you just fitting in better and doing everything possible to try to stay in the mix here and play in the top 9 on a pretty deep hockey club?
Yeah, I mean, I think so. I think for the last little while, I've been clicking pretty well with the line mates. Obviously, it's kind of been shuffled around with injuries and just the way things go, I think. But I think when you start clicking with your line mates, you start to feel a little bit better about your game, a little more confidence, and you can make plays without thinking a little bit more. And that's how I think it's been going, and hopefully we can keep it going.
Great job. Thanks, man.
Thank you.
Thanks, Jeff. All right, Jeff Skinner downstairs. Oilers win 3-2 here over the Sharks.
Well, I mean, again, given the circumstances, you don't have Connor McDavid. You don't have Matthias Ekholm. You're starting Calvin Pickard, who, by the way, is now 28-1 on the season. You know what Grant Fuhr would say? Grant Fuhr would say, Bob, don't worry about stupid stats like goals saved above expectation, save percentage. There's one stat that matters. W.
I agree with Grant.
Okay.
I'm with you 100%.
And this year, Calvin Pickard's found a ways to get victories. So, look, they're going to have a major challenge. LA is deep, and LA's healthy. They're down a couple forward. Janot, I'll have to take a look. I know that he was knocked out. They didn't have Janot, and Turcotte also was, but still, they're a lot healthier than the Edmonton Oilers are. I mean, I think we have to be pragmatic, and we're not doctors. We don't want to play them on radio. It looked like a core issue for Leon, not a lower body issue. We'll get clarity on that, but Edmonton's going to have a major challenge. Again, they're going to be down. We'll see whether or not Trent Frederick plays against the LA Kings, but this team has now become plucky. They're fine. They basically have won 2 of 4 games without Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl this year, because I think the game was tied when Leon left it. So away you go. Let's see what they got on Saturday. Should be fun in Los Angeles.
Looking forward to it. Good one here for the Edmonton Oilers. They win 3-2 over the Sharks. Connor Brown, Victor Arvidsson, Jeff Skinner for Edmonton, Jack Thompson, Tyler Toffoli for the Sharks, and yes, Calvin Pickard. Outstanding in goal. 27 saves on 29 San Jose shots, and he picks up the victory, his 20th of the season. Oilers improved to 44-26-5. The Sharks dropped to 20-45-10. Edmonton has won 3 straight. Our Rogers post-game show is coming up next.
Exclusive live interviews, expert analysis, and game highlights. This is the Rogers post-game show. Once again, here's Bob Stauffer on the Oilers Radio Network.
Off the draw, puck to the point. Bouchard will snap it towards the net. Scores! That was redirected. Skinner was in front of the net. Janmark was there too, and the Oilers have a 3-2 lead. It looks like Jeff Skinner, the goal scorer.
That's why you put it to the net. There you go. And Evan Bouchard did. He's got 2 assists, Nate Skinner, goal and assist. That's the Century Casino Highlight Zone, all in, all games, all season. Century Casino, 3 great locations. Edmonton, St. Albert, next to the Edmonton International Airport at Century Mile. Welcome to the Winter Zone. We're in the Legacy Heating and Cooling broadcast booth, and this is the Rogers Postgame Show on the Oilers Radio Network.
Hey, Edmonton. Big moves need big talent, and AMJ is your go-to partner. For all local residential and commercial relocations, AMJ delivers a smooth, stress-free experience. AMJ, your team for every move. Contact your local branch today.
Rogers is Canada's fastest and most reliable internet. We're made for Oilers fans. You can stream Brown's scoring down in the basement. And there it is! Watch Leon light the lamp in the living room. Spectacular! Connor scoring in all corners of the house. And Nurse notching a game winner in the nursery. Very quietly, of course. Rogers, proud partner and fan of your Edmonton Oilers. Edmonton comes all the way back!
Hey, Edmonton. Big moves need big talent, and AMJ is your go-to partner. For all local residential and commercial relocations, AMJ delivers a smooth, stress-free experience. AMJ, your team for every move. Contact your local branch today.
You're tuned in to the Rogers Postgame Show on the official voice of the Edmonton Oilers, 880 CHAD, and on the Oilers Radio Network.
All right, welcome back, everybody. Rogers Post-Game Show. Here's where we tell you, and this sort of become modus operandi this season, no Alberta Blue Cross travel insurance goal a game. Health, dental, travel. We got the coverage you need. Visit ab.bluecross.ca. Oilers couldn't get the empty netter, but they still get the 3-2 win. Let's bring aboard our inside the game analyst, Rob Brown, for his thoughts. Rob, what'd you think tonight? Gut check victory, given who they lost.
Yeah, it was. I mean, this is still, even without Connor and Leon, they're a better team than the San Jose Sharks. The Sharks have a couple nice young players, but that is a team that's building for 4 years from now. It is not a today team. The Oilers are a veteran team. It's a game they should win, and players had to step up that have had off seasons. There was more expected from Brown, from Arvidsson, from Skinner. But I think all of that will be forgotten if they finish the season strong. And they have. Skinner's been very good, as you just talked to him, since the beginning of January. Arvidsson, the last few weeks, the puck's finally finding the back of the net. And Connor Brown, at times, you think he forgot how to score a goal. That was a really pretty goal that he scored tonight. So in the playoffs, there will be nights where teams will slow down Connor and Leon. The confidence these players are getting right now by playing in games, getting more ice time, scoring goals, big goals, being out in big moments, that'll pay dividends because at some point they are going to need a Skinner, an Arvidsson, a Brown, a Pekolzin, Henrique, all the way down the lineup. One of those players on any given night is going to have to step up. This was a good night for those players.
Yeah, absolutely. Obviously, we're concerned about Leon Draisaitl. To me, it looked like a core thing. Did not look like a lower body. We'll get an update here shortly. Obviously, it's just been one of those deals, right? You know what I mean? Like they've had a run of injuries. It happens.
This is a team. It's a team, Bob, that has been so healthy for so many years. It just, at the end of the season, you're looking at all their star players, and the only game they missed was a healthy one at the end to save them for the playoffs, or they missed 2 games. The Oilers have been very, very fortunate. Now, maybe we can say they're fortunate now because it's happened 2 weeks or 3 weeks before the playoffs started. Because, I mean, you can see how a run of injuries at one time can change the complexion of a team. This very well could have happened 3 weeks from now in a playoff series. Hopefully, the health and rest they'll get better before playoffs. But the one worry that I have with Leon, it's the same thing I had with Ekholm, is when a player misses games, comes back, looks really good, and then tweaks something. It just scares you that it's lingering. And the last thing you want to do to go in a 2-month stretch in the playoffs is have any lingering injury going forward. To me, Leon Draisaitl, Connor McDavid, Matthias Ekholm, Stuart Skinner, none of those guys play again until they are 100% healthy. Their home ice in the first round does not matter. Health in the first round does.
Rob, great stuff.
Sounds good, Bob.
This is the Rogers Postgame Show on the Oilers Radio Network.
Heard of Uline? You know, the have-it-all in stock, ready-to-deliver shipping and industrial supply specialists. The company that does things for you that are unheard of, like keeping 41,000 items in stock in our own warehouses. with customer service reps on the line to get you what you need when you need it 24/7, 365 every time. Maybe you heard it here first. Want to hear more? Visit uline.ca. ULINE, your shipping and industrial supply specialists.
From the biggest stadiums to the coziest holes in the wall. From house parties to porch hangs to pride celebrations. From your favorite fuzz shop to your local Indian spot. From noodle bars to sports bars to salsa bars. There's a Molson with your name on it. Canadian, Ultra, XL. Molson. Everyone in. Must be legal drinking age.
When the Oilers are on the ice, the big hits are a part of the game. But they shouldn't be a part of your drive. If you've been injured in a car collision, let James H. Brown & Associates and their over 200 years of combined injury law experience help you. Locally owned and proud Edmonton Oiler fans, James H. Brown & Associates is ready to support you with their unrivaled experience, unrivaled results, and unrivaled commitment. When accidents happen, head to jameshbrown.com.
This is the Rogers Postgame Show on the Oilers Radio Network.
I knew I made a mistake. That doesn't often happen. Welcome back, everybody. Actually, it happens quite a bit. The Edmonton Oilers have improved on the year to 44-26-5 by virtue of a 3-2 victory. Let's go to the out-of-town scoreboard, brought to you by Pizza 73, the official pizza of the Edmonton Oilers. Huge win for the Canadians, 4-1 over the Boston Bruins. Same can be said for Ottawa, 2-1 victory at home against Tampa. Colorado, 30th goal of the season, 9th defenseman in NHL history, Cale Makar to do it. They pound Columbus 7-3. St. Louis has won 11 in a row. 5-4 overtime victory at home against the Penguins. Dallas all over Nashville 5-1. LA Kings double up Utah 4-2. The Flames win 4-1 over Anaheim. The Jets 4-0 over the Vegas Golden Knights at Edmonton. Despite losing Leon Draisaitl midway through the second period, they beat the San Jose Sharks 3-2. The line of Skinner, Janmark, and Brown combined for 2 goals and 4 points. And Kelvin Pickard makes 27 saves to run his record to 28-1 on the season. That's the NHL action tomorrow night. The Edmonton Oil Kings a chance to close out the Prince Albert Raiders Game 5 opening round series. They're up 3-1. Bakersfield Condors Saturday night and Sunday in Tucson. This is the Rogers Postgame Show on the Oilers Radio Network.
Believing in yourself takes confidence. At Portage College, 93% of grads say their education gave them the skills and knowledge they needed for their careers. That's the kind of confidence that leads to great results. Learn more at portagecollege.ca.
Hey, Paul Brandt here. You know, Alberta's a special place. From the Rockies to the Plains, it's a land of hard work and big dreams. If you're going to tackle it all, you need a truck that can keep up. That's why I can't say enough about my Ford F-150. It's more than a truck. It's a partner. Rugged toughness, serious capability, and smart features that make your life easier, like available Pro Power onboard. The Ford F-150. Get yours today at your Alberta Ford dealer and tell them PB sent you.
Portage College graduates are incredibly employable. How does Portage know? 99% of employers surveyed said they would hire a Portage grad. Get career ready at Portage College. Learn more by visiting portagecollege.ca.
You're tuned in to the Rogers Postgame Show on the official voice of the Edmonton Oilers, 880 Chad, and on the Oilers Radio Network.
To Nugent Hopkins on the left wing to the blue line for Bouchard. Right side, Draisaitl to the middle. Scores! Victor Arvidsson hammers it off the bar and in. A power play goal, and the Oilers are up 2-1.
That is the Plus Play of the Night, brought to you by Catelli Protein Plus. With the classic taste of Catelli and 17 grams of protein, it's the most delicious way to score with your taste buds on and off the ice. Let's go to the Molson Cup. 3 stars. Start that music, Kellen. 3 stars brought to you by Molson, the official beer of the Edmonton Oilers. Whether it's Canadian, Ultra, Export, or Excel, there's a Molson with your name on it. Must be of legal drinking age. These are in-house San Jose stars. Jack Thompson's tonight's 3rd star. Tyler Toffoli's tonight's 2nd star. So the 2 guys that got goals were stars. Oilers. Jeff Skinner's tonight's first star. He had a goal and an assist. The Rogers postgame show is heard following each of our NHL broadcasts. Oilers return to action Saturday matinee against the Los Angeles Kings. For my play-by-play partners this season, Cam Moon, along with Jack Michaels, Rob Brown, Fred Griffiths, Brendan Escott, studio producers Kellen Kennedy at the helm tonight, along with Angie Quinnell and Eamon Hashem, and our longtime engineer here in San Jose, Bill Brooks. Bob Stauffer saying so long. The Oilers overcome Leon Draisaitl's departure from the game. They've won 3 straight.
Rogers Postgame Show is heard following each of our NHL broadcasts. Portions of this exclusive broadcast are brought to you by Ford, official partner of the Edmonton Oilers. Built Ford proud. Molson, official beer of the Edmonton Oilers. Whether it's Canadian, Ultra, Export, or